Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
So, yeah, right now it is. What day is it right now? The 28th?
28th.
Yeah, it is May 28th, 2018 as we're recording this, and there's no response yet. So that leads us to this question. When do you think Pusha's going to respond?
Easy money.
When he finally releases a response, everyone's going, oh, it's too long, you took too long, and Drake finally won, and you ain't saying nothing that good, and, you know, it's going to be like, they're going to give the W to fucking Drake, even though Pusha's going to probably most likely say some fucked up shit, and I know it's coming. If he got under his skin with this, imagine what the second response is going to be.
You mention wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner but she keep coming in last place. Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yuck. OVO 40, hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666. Surgical summer with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really want it with him.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, I'm upset. Definitely left himself open without a shield. Like that was the worst move you could have made. Like that. This is a time of war. You don't make those moves.
You talking about you upset? Well, I want to see what it's like when you get angry. Okay.
Pusha for the culture, baby. Pusha for the culture, baby. Ladies and gentlemen,
wow!
Welcome to episode 91. God damn, I'm something out of it. 91 of the Illogical Sense podcast. This is your boy J.C. No Hats,
and I am Mr. Busby.
And what you just heard,
Busby don't bullshit. We literally recorded that last week's episode 24 hours before Pusha dropped the nuclear bomb on OVO. Wow. Me and J.C. have been talking about this for like the past week after everything happened.
Man, fuck the past week. We've been talking about this every 3 hours.
Every 3 hours, man. It's like everything just keeps... Fuck. Man.
I went to sleep and I heard tick, tick, tick. And I woke Busby up at 2 in the morning. Like, nigga, did you hear that too?
Did you hear that too? Pause. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. So, if y'all been living under a rock, last week, Drake dropped the Duppy Freestyle and everything was all cool and dandy. Duppy, whatever. It don't matter what the title is now, but it really don't matter.
For historical purposes. That's the reason why it correlates.
Yeah, the Duppy Freestyle dropped and everyone was losing their mind. Everyone was all like, oh, the side was so amazing. Oh, the audacity. Oh, Drake got him. This is better than Ether. Blah, 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 blah. Pusha's not going to respond. Drake won. Well...
Yeah.
May 29th, was it May 30th?
No, it was May 29th.
May 29th, everyone tuned in to Hot 97 on a random Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And Pusha responded.
Did he ever?
The Story of Adonis, whatever the fuck the name is.
Yeah, no, you got it right.
Adidon, with a cover art of Pusha T, of Drake in blackface.
Yeah, seeing that... Obviously, everybody was trying to figure out what Adidon was because, the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. But once you get past that, then you really start focusing on the face. And if
I thought it was Photoshop at first until I really looked at it. I'm like, that's real.
Yeah. And it was a strong image, and you kind of you're so taken back by it because you're like, wait, what the hell is that?
Just Drake was getting on Mantan with it. Mantan, if y'all seen Bamboozled, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But he got really Mantan with it, and it was uncomfortable. It was disturbing, but that wasn't the disturbing part. It was when you press play.
Oh yeah,
and you heard the story of OJ. And then you just heard, well, you all heard the recap.
Yeah.
You even looked at the cover. You see what's going on right now.
I mean, you heard that little faint intro, and then all of a sudden, easy money.
Easy money.
And I was like, oh,
man. No, first I just didn't know what was going on. I was like, how are you going to do this push? And you kept listening, and then the Story of OJ beat just came on. That No ID produced record, and then Pusha just started rapping. And he let it ease it in. He eased it in until when he brought up his parents, I was like, whoa, what the hell?
Well, rewind it. Rewind it.
Rewind it.
Yeah. It's very important to relay how he starts this by what he doesn't do.
And what doesn't he do? Oh yeah, he says
drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside, let's have a heart to heart about your pride.
That's how it started. So it's like when I heard that part, I was like, he's getting at his pride. Because I made a prediction on Twitter because I told everybody like I think Pusha's response is gonna hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I mean, you said it live.
I said it live. I said it on Twitter. He's gonna hurt his feelings with this next one when he responds. You made the prediction that he was gonna do it when his album dropped, but I was like, nah, man, he needs to do it soon.
Yeah, I was thinking like Drake.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking of.
But that's like try to be the Golden State Warriors against the Golden State Warriors. They would always just break.
You're trying to out warrior them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta do move on your own time.
Right,
and that's what he did.
So now we go further into this. The first shot at a parent. Well, even before that.
Wasn't even a shot.
You know, the M's different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why. Your music for the past few years has been angry and full of lies.
Which is true.
We've been saying that for a while now.
We've been saying that since More Life. We've been saying that, period. I've been saying it.
Since Views.
Not even before Views. I've been saying it. Even in my article, I've been saying the shit.
I mean, that's the reason why I don't like... if you're reading this, it's too late.
I know.
I've said it. I mean, it doesn't sound authentic.
Yeah, I know. Forced. And I like I'm liked now. Liked now. I can't even revisit that album now, man.
I mean, I want to go. I don't want to dive into it because obviously we played it.
We've all played
in the preface.
Yeah. Let's get some of this shit because it's like. When you mentioned his dad, I was like, whoa. Then he said that his mom, you prayed your dad in those, what's it called, the Steve Harvey suits while your mom plays second foot. Like your mom is just trash. Your mom is single and trash. That's pretty much what he said.
He said you're a loser like your mom. That's
pretty much
what he said. And then had the nerve to say, a Steve Harvey suit nigga made him.
Oh my God, man. And the reason why he went at his dad is because his dad was talking shit on Instagram after the Duppy Freestyle. Yeah. So that's why he went at him. And his dad is on Instagram tough. Like a thought.
You know, it was really what perked everybody's ears was since you name dropped my Beyonce, let him know who you chose as your
my fiance.
Beyonce, thank you. So you name drop my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce.
So I was thinking he was going to go the Rihanna route. That's what I thought. I thought he was going to start talking about Rihanna.
Right.
He went completely left and mentioned Sophia, whatever her name. I can't say her last. I can't pronounce her last name.
Right, but he called her by her IG name, Sophie Knows Better.
Sophie Knows,
which is also a double. God. Which is also a double.
That's what it meant. That was oh my God.
Which is also a double entendre because. And I'm not saying this to bash her. I'm saying this from a fellow person who has a big nose. Sophie knows better.
Then they're a triple entendre.
Yeah.
Triple entendre. Don't even ask me how.
Right.
Sophie knows better. That was that was her IG. Sophie knows better. Sophie knows better than what did it say? Sophie knows better what?
Sophie knows better as your baby mother.
She knows better to be your baby mother. She knows better because she has big nose.
Knows better because she smells your bullshit. Drake is a deadbeat.
It's a quadruple entendre.
That's what I'm saying. Like we gonna unravel some layers. Like y'all thought y'all had it. Like no, there's layers to this. It's not just the fact that he named his parents, that he named the baby mama and the kid
and her 40, IG. And
you have to understand.
No bar was wasted. He knew what he was doing.
Right. But you can say the line that shut everything down.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing on Border Patrol. Woo! Like a Ric Flair rule, like
Maury. You gotta go to Maury, Jerry Springer. You gotta call back Montel Williams.
You gotta go back. Oh, damn, Montel Williams.
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
Shit.
Man, damn.
Bring them all back.
That's how old we are. We're bringing Montel Williams and Ricky Lake up. Jenny Jones, nigga.
Jenny Jones.
Sally Jesse Raphael, nigga. Old school Oprah. Fat Oprah.
Dr. Phil can't help you with this.
Man. So yeah, he brings that up, and then that's when my jaw was like, what's going on right now? I was like, what's Pusha doing? Brought up the baby, saying deadbeat motherfucker on Border Patrol because she's overseas and shit. And so he keeps going, and then what was the jug? What was the cruel shit? Because it sounds like he had a few bars left, and then he says, "Tick tick." Well, you heard it.
I mean,
tick tick tick. The MS,
like this is my thing. It's not just the verse; it's the ad libs too. He knew where to put the ad libs because then we get to love that baby, respect that girl, forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Like he knew what he was doing there.
Yeah.
And then of course, how dare you put Ye in my verses?
Yeah,
I'm selfish. I want all of the curses.
Pretty much saying I'm ready for war.
Yeah.
He said, "Bring it all. It's me versus 3 hearses, and if we all go to hell, it would be worth it." I heard that part like, oh, so you can't. He's ready for this. He's ready to die for this shit. Okay.
And then what I caught from when he says, already aligned with the greats, and on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts.
Pac and Biggie.
Right. But now correlated back to infrared. I represent with the Kendricks and the Coles. Tupac and Biggie, which means these are 4. I'm not even worried about who the hell you are. You're nothing to me. This is who I identify with present day, and this is who I'm chasing.
And I already give you nothing but classics. And if you really want to get down to it, Pusha's 3 for 3 when it comes to his solo projects.
3 for 3 with solo projects, and let's not front. When it comes to singles, he's got classics under his belt.
He does.
I mean, the younger generation, like I was having conversations about this all week, but I had to remember I was talking to a demographic that didn't know what it was like to be sitting at the lunch table, banging on the table at lunch for grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they didn't even know who Pusha T was. They didn't know who Pusha T and Malice were. They just knew they were the clips.
Right.
They didn't know they had names. They thought it was clip 1, clip 2, like thing 1, thing 2, cat in the hat.
Everybody thought they were twins.
I thought they were twins. I really did. Because if you see the Like I Love You video, they damn near did look like twins.
Right.
They did. I was like, I don't know who was Pusher. Was Pusher on the second verse or the first verse?
Pusher's first verse.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought it was Malice.
I'm your neighborhood pusher.
No, it was like, Mom, what you want to do? I'm in front of you.
I was talking about grinding.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Like I Love You.
Oh, I gotta go back and listen.
Boy, yeah, man, you can serve with the best. That was Pusher. You should put that on the playlist.
So he goes. So he stops that. Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. And when that took place,
my eyes got big.
Yeah.
And then you heard tick, tick, tick. How much time? And then when he said that, my jaw was like, because if y'all don't know, again, if you live under a rock, 40, Drake's producer, has multiple sclerosis, and it slowly kind of breaks him down. So every year, every day, it kind of slowly breaks him down. So yeah, when he said that tick, 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 how much time he got on him, he wasn't like he was wishing death on him. He's saying, oh, he gonna die soon. And then you made the correlation saying...
Well, let's complete it.
Yeah.
OVO 40 hunched over like he 80.
Tick, tick, tick.
How much time he got? That man is sick, sick, sick. I got the devil flow, nigga.
666.
Now to use that... This whole track, he was taking his strengths and just
using them against
him. It wasn't even using them against him. He was taking his strengths like, I don't need this, and he was throwing it at his face.
Like some Thanos shit.
Yeah, like, I'm not even gonna whoop your ass with this. I'm gonna throw it at you. Here.
The truth. This is what you're scared of. The truth about you.
Surgical summer with it, snip, 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 and you don't really want it with him, which, you know, word around is that he's referring to
his
Drake having
the Joe Budden hinted at that like a few years ago.
Now, a lot of people were you know, really felt away about those bars because, of course, they're
it was mean.
Right.
It was mean.
Now
it was very mean.
Now, number one,
and insensitive.
Number one, I in no way am celebrating those bars in the sense of 40 only has you never want to do that for as much.
No,
but before I get to that, number 2. Y'all saying that was mean and that was disgraceful and he should be upset about that. Y'all never would have survived during the Hit 'Em Up era.
You would have never survived Tupac.
Y'all would want that nigga to go to jail and die. Hit 'Em Up. You would have never survived the Jadakiss and Beans beef, which we'll get into later.
Eminem dissed his own fucking mom, dog.
Yeah, like that tells me y'all
ain't ready for this.
Y'all not even booties when it comes
y'all
to
not no hip hop fans. You can tell Drake was your favorite rapper when you were in high school,
right? Now when I did deeper research into this to try to find another layer, that's when I caught what he was really saying. 40 could die at any minute, and when he goes, your sound is likely going to die with him.
Because 40 is Drake's right-hand producer, his engineer, everything. If he goes, what does he have?
Right.
That was and there was so many layers to this. He was rapping over the Story of OJ beat, and when you look at the cover, he's in blackface, and then it makes the correlation to Infrared when he says the tap dancing. I don't tap dance for what did he say?
I don't tap dance for the
mammies or whatever.
For the crackers and the mammies.
Or the crackers and the mammies.
Yeah.
He was talking about that damn picture.
Yeah, no, so and then shout out to my OG Russ for sparking that little thought about the OVO 40 in my head to really look into it. Now as we go back to Infrared was really a setup.
Oh, it was bait. I told you it was bait.
Yeah, now so the Quentin Miller line, he knew that was what Drake was going to jump at.
Quentin Miller actually responded to it, but no one gives a fuck. No, we won't.
He did.
Yeah, but...
what I was going to bring up with that was that, and Pusha said many times, like, the only reason I feel bad about this is because I brought Quentin Miller into it. I talked to him many times.
He said it in his interview. With him. When we get to the interview part, the aftermath.
So... But if you go back and listen to Infrared, there's lines layered for what he was getting ready to say and what he actually ended up saying in this song.
Mm-hmm. Like, he had it all. He said, I see through you. That's pretty much what he told him. That was the whole point of Infrared is, I see through you.
Right.
Did Drake respond?
No, we don't care.
I was about to say, obviously, our engineer
Martin,
he's on response watch. He's on some just in case. Even though it may not be coming, just in case.
He's showing us that whole ass nigga in office is canceling the Eagles trip, and I'm like,
anyway, talk about more important shit, like this shit.
Yeah, let's avoid the politics of the world. Let's talk about more important shit.
More important shit.
This Pusha T shit.
Everything Pusha T. Like Kanye goes, I'm about that goose right now. What? The fuck he just said. Anyway, so where were we?
Pusha T.
I know that. There was so many layers to this shit, to the beef and all that.
Funneling back through Infrared.
He see through him. He saw right through him. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of Infrared. Is I see through you. You want to question my gangster? Let me question your pen. Let me question who you truly are. And if you went, it was like his final warning. This is your final warning with me, nigga.
Right.
And then Drake dropped the Duppy Freestyle, and he just had to mention his wife. And I guess that's where it all started. It all started right there. Because Pusha said in his interview, he probably would not have responded if he didn't mention his wife or his fiance. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that shit happened, and I was at a loss for words. So, I'll tell you what I was doing when I heard it. I was at work on my lunch on the work computer, and I'm on Twitter, and it said, someone just said, turn to Hot 97 right now. And I was like, why are you going to Hot 97 for?
Right.
I was like, why are we going to go to Hot 97? And they're going like, and then I see more tweets saying Flex has a new Pusha T record. I was like, oh shit. But I remember the last time this happened during the whole beef shit. He said he had a Meek Mill record, and then he never premiered it. So I go on the stream, and he's playing the Duppy Freestyle, and then Flex goes, I'm going to play Upset. I'm going to play a little bit of Upset. I'm going to play this new Pusha. Like, more beef, more bars. So I was like, okay. No, more smoke, more bars. That's what he kept saying. And then
all for Mr. Chimney.
Yeah. Then he started playing the record, and he kept stopping it. That was more. No, he kept stopping it and talking over it because he just can't believe there was more to it.
Can we give a round of applause for that?
Yeah,
because that gave me such good inclination. Yeah, like I told you. I felt like I was in the 90s when Hit 'Em Up was released to the radio.
All the big moments in hip hop, I've always listened. I'll listen to Hot 97 on stream because of Flex, and no matter what Flex did, even when it came to the whole Tupac shit, he's lying. All that shit. That was, Flex is still important to this culture, whether we like it or not. Everyone tuned in to Hot 97 when that shit happened.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a great moment. So then, he dropped it. I sent JC the text, and then Twitter became the Royal fucking Rumble. Yeah. It turned into madness.
The number one
trending
and
topic.
number two trending topics were Drake and Pusha T.
All for the same reason. So, it was Aubrey Graham now. So, after that, the biggest question was, how's Drake going to respond to this? How? Like, I was saying, how is he going to do this? How is he going to flip this? How is he going to pull a B-Rabbit on this? How is he going to do this?
It was funny because if you remember the first 2 or 3 days, every time you asked me what was going to happen, I kept switching back and forth. So the first day it was, he's got to respond. And then you hit me up on Wednesday.
Yeah, the next day.
And I was like, he can't do anything. Like, he can't, there's no way to go about it. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I was like, no, fuck that. He done brought up his mom's, his dad. He got to respond. He got to really
think about this. He brought up his parents. Pusha brought up his secret baby mama. No, and we forgot to mention the other part of it. He said Adonis is better than an Adidas rollout.
Yeah. Okay. So let's rewind a little bit. I mean, we've been waiting to get this out, so we don't forgive us. We going all over.
We've been talking about this for the past week.
We barely did a rundown right before we hit record. Like this is all we've been focused on.
Yes.
So the fact that he brought everybody a part of Drake's life into it had nothing to do with dissing them. It was a psychoanalysis of why Drake is the way he is, which he eloquently gave Big Boy and Big Boy's Neighborhood. Like, he laid it out perfectly. Like, when he brought up, I wasn't going to respond until he brought up my fiance.
And then he did some 48 Laws of Power shit. He said he had to analyze his enemy, know who you're dealing with. Yeah. So he went and just looked up some songs.
But and then the coldest part of it was he was like, I'm trying to figure out why you would think a wedding ring or engagement ring would be
a bad thing.
Is a bad thing or funny. Then now I got to analyze your life. Oh, your dad never married your mom.
Oh, your dad never married your mom. Oh, your dad's a deadbeat. Oh, that's why you never had a dad in your life. Okay,
it's as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay, I know how to get at you. I know how to get at you. What else are you into? Oh, your friend is sick. Oh, he might die soon. Okay. Oh, I got this information about your baby mama. Oh, now that picture. That fucking we didn't know. There's so many layers we can talk about this shit, but we didn't talk about the whole
picture and the track.
The baby mama, the baby, how he was gonna roll out for.
Yeah. So later we come to obviously
Pusha
reading the lyrics. Yeah, reading the lyrics. The son's name is Adonis.
Adonis, yes.
And then you had Adidon, which was a play on words with both Adidas and Adonis.
It was going to be Drake's clothing line for Adidas.
And how he was going to introduce the kid to the world was he was pretty much going to be like Ahmad. Khaled.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be his Assad. You mean
Assad? Thank you.
And it was gonna, and he was apparently what rumors were saying was that Drake was gonna he was gonna reveal that he had a child on Scorpion, like the last track on his album Scorpion and shit. And then slowly but surely he was gonna, I guess, roll his kid out the same way with his clothing line.
So trash.
And then when you think about it, I'm like, well, that's a pretty genius way to do it. But then I'm like, dude, you're gonna roll your child out with that's how you're gonna introduce your child? Like, dude, that's fucked up. But then you really go down to it, he fucked up his money. Because now he can't use that no more. Because when you look up Adidon, it shows that picture. It shows that him in blackface. Now that leads into the blackface. This shit, how Pusha found fuck how Pusha found it. Who tipped him off about it? Because this shit was online, free internet. It was on the photographer's website for years, and it was literally on the front page, and he posted it literally after he released the track. He posted the link on his Twitter.
If you asking me, he got a mole in OVO. If you asking me, he has to have a mole. Let me scratch that. He's got moles in OVO. He don't have just one.
He ain't paying these niggas. That's what it comes down to. He's fucking these niggas over. That's what it is. And yeah, and pretty much like you go on the photographer's website and there it is. It's like what, 2 pictures? or 3 pictures or
It
whatever.
was double picture, so it was the one that was used for this cover,
and then
the second one was him looking down
in black and white.
Yeah,
he was trying to, and then what made it funny is Pusha was all going like, "Oh, like you had the photographer hit up my manager and say you need to take this down and blah 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 because this was Drake's idea and this was such an amazing thing, and whatever." And then like it was like this was his idea. Oh, okay. It was just like, oh my.
So then he goes to Instagram.
No, we get to that part in a bit. But I'm just saying, there's still layers
But what I was saying was that everybody kept calling it cover art.
And then he goes to Twitter and says, "This isn't the cover art. This is his truth."
Right, and then he posted it on Instagram.
And then it got flagged and it got took down. I was like, and he was like, "This is the first time this ever happened to me." And the caption said, he said Victoria Williams should never ever be mentioned on a song ever again, except for me. Virginia Williams should never be mentioned on a song. Yeah. That was Don't talk about my fiance. Yeah, I agree with him. That's how he knew. He's like, why would you bring up my girl? Like, and Drake always does that. He always brings up your girlfriend or whatever because he thinks that's your weak point. That's not my weak point. Bitches are your weak point. Right? Like, nigga. But the fact that that photo was just floating around on the internet for free. Like you didn't even have to do a dig. You have to just know where to look. Someone tipped him off, and there it was. And he just took it and made it the cover art. Yeah. and used the story of OJB. And if you think about the video, you had the blackface people on there and shit like that. And then you playing it with saying you trying to be black and shit. Your hair wasn't nap enough. So many layers to this shit. Like Pusha just hit his soul.
He hit his soul, and then he ended it off with.
And you want to talk about you upset? No.
Let's
the surgery. There's even layers to the fucking ad lib. The little parts in the end. He said, "This is Surgical Summer Volume 1."
Volume 1.
We're gonna put this back. We're gonna peel this back layer by layer.
Which lets you know. Wait. So he didn't even break a sweat on this, and this is just part 1. Like, there's more?
Yeah, he has more dirt on you. And then that just kind of and then he pretty much said, "I have more ammo." And the thing was, like, when I'm online, people tell me shit. People within the industry tell me stuff. And when it comes to Drake, I don't know nothing. But they all tell me the same stories when it comes to Drake. They're saying that a lot of people in the industry do not like him. Right. They do not like him. They have to work with him, to get money. But they do not like him. And he does a lot of fucked up shit. They never tell me about what these are, of course. But all the stories sound the same. He has dirt on him because he does everyone over there and OVO. There's a lot of shit that goes on over there. Mm-hmm. That the industry knows about, and if it ever got out, it's gonna look very spooky for him. Right. So this was just the first layer. He didn't even touch on the ghostwriting shit. Who really writes this shit? He didn't touch on Rihanna. the Rihanna not just Rihanna, all the chicks he's been sipping for. He never talked about that. He never talked about how he feels insecure about his spot in hip hop. He didn't even go down that route with him. He just hit him in the first Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi when Green Goblin says, "His heart." Yeah. Yeah. You have to attack his heart. Sound like Vince McMahon. You're fired. You're fired. But
it was me, Drizzy.
It was me, Aubrey.
Son of a bitch.
There was so many oh my god, and it was just like it was just shocking seeing because it was just a napalm bomb. It was an atomic bomb. It was a nuclear bomb that just hit hip hop. Like it just came out of nowhere. Everyone knew he was gonna respond. Actually, people were starting to write off Pusha T because he was quiet.
I don't understand why.
No. But I saw when he was quiet, I knew something was coming.
No, of course we did.
Logical people did.
Everybody who knew Push's caliber and kept telling Drake stands, "Hey, this ain't
gonna end well for you."
Yeah, this is not what you expected it to be.
I didn't expect it to be this. Nobody did.
But we did. We definitely didn't expect him to go out like Meek did either.
No, but Meek actually responded. But we get to that in a bit. So the aftermath.
So of course
the first day.
Yeah. So of course now the pendulum switches. Drake's on the clock.
Tick tick tick.
Yeah.
And then there was so many layers to this because he waited 4 days. Mm-hmm. Pusha waited 4 days and dropped the track just like he did.
Yeah. Duppy Freestyle came out that Friday, the same day Daytona dropped. Memorial Day weekend was that weekend.
And it was the Game 7s.
It was the Eastern Conference Final, the Conference Finals all together.
Yep.
And then, of course, Memorial Day. So you talk about the planets aligning for the perfect situation.
It's the art of timing.
I mean, you just talk about everything aligning for that. Drake gave Meek 4 days. He didn't respond to that.
So he dropped back to back.
Right.
Yep.
It just so happened these 4 days end up coming across Memorial Day weekend. And then right when it's over and he knows everybody's getting back,
everybody's getting back from barbecuing. He hits up Flex, sends him an email saying, "Drop this."
Yeah,
I'm gonna come to you and I got something for you.
And then came in later.
Yep, and did an hour interview.
Walked in like nothing happened.
That's how he's been. He's been acting like nothing even happened.
Now following that, okay, so the next night.
Still nothing. Silence.
Right. So it's full. Well, was it Wednesday night or Thursday night when
came out Tuesday?
No. After this, the Notepad.
Notepad came Wednesday.
So 24 hours later, or a little bit thereafter, somebody hit me up like, "Oh, Drake's on Instagram."
Yeah, I saw it. Like,
and I'm like, Instagram? What the fuck are you doing on Instagram? You dropping a diss on Instagram?
Yeah, because I remember I saw it.
Like deal with Instagram
I remember
now?
I literally saw it. I was like, "Oh shit, Drake's on IG. What's he saying?" And I opened it, and it was the Notepad on your iPhone, and it was a statement. You can actually read that damn ass statement.
Yeah, let me put the statement up right quick.
I guess
it's important. Culture needs to know.
Yeah, true. They could just Google it too, but this is the illogical sense.
Quote:
the first thing he says, literally the first thing he says. Say it.
Okay.
Say it! Like Two-Face.
Quote: I know everyone is enjoying the circus, but I want to clarify this image in question.
Pause. He said, I know everyone's enjoying the circus. Like, all of a sudden, like, he's above this now.
Yeah, that's my thing. Just 4 days earlier, you wanted all the smoke.
You wanted all the smoke. You sent invoices on Instagram. And
laughing.
You thought he was in control. You thought you were in control and you were sitting back waiting to see what Pusha was going to do. Because you thought you made the rules. Because you thought the internet was saying, oh, you got 24 hours just like Drake and da-da-da-da-da. And, and then when you didn't see nothing, you're like, okay, back to my album. Here's a forgettable ass single. I'm upset. And
I knew it was some shit when Push laughed and he said, yes, run him the invoice.
You want to talk about you upset. Well, I want to see when you're angry. Push.
This was not from my clothing brand shoot or my music.
Oh yeah, the clothing brand, because people thought that what was it called?
Jim Crow
clothing or whatever. Two Dope Boys, some shit. Not Two Dope Boys, but it was, and they came out and said, no, that wasn't from us. We don't know how Drake did that shit.
They came out and made a statement without stating, yeah, we just gave that nigga some clothes.
Yeah, pretty much. We didn't tell him to do all that
shit.
Go on.
This picture is from 2007, a time in my life where I was an actor and I was working on a project that was about young black actors struggling to get roles, being stereotyped and typecast.
Okay.
The photos represented how African Americans. This is so funny. African Americans, but you're in Canada.
He said African Americans. He didn't say black. He said African Americans.
The photos represented.
See, that's what white people be saying when they don't want to be offended by shit. Damn, Aubrey.
The photos represented how African Americans were once wrongfully portrayed in entertainment. Me and my best friend at the time, Al Sadiq, who is also an actor from Sudan. See, now this nigga dry snitching too.
Sudan dry snitching on his friend. It's his fault too.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. You just wanted smoke 4 or 5 days earlier. Now you dry snitching too? Mm-hmm. At the time, Mazin El Sadiq, who was also an actor from Sudan, were attempting to use our voice to bring awareness to the issues we dealt with all the time as black actors at auditions. This was to highlight and raise our frustrations with not always getting a fair chance in the industry, and to make a point that the struggle for black actors had not changed much. Now,
and that's all he said. He didn't apologize either.
Right. Now, I read that, and on one hand, I was like, okay.
That was my response. My first response was like, I got no issue with that. Like, it was a sensitive topic and shit.
Right. So I was like, okay, you don't want to. I see where you're coming from. I agree with that. You don't want to address that in a diss record. You because now you're taking attention away. Like, okay, I get that. But then I really started reading it again, and that's when I was like, you didn't say you apologized for any
at all.
And then that's when I went back and reread it, and again, the dry snitching. We were using our voice on a platform. Where the fuck your voice been at all these years?
all these years. You never. I remember. You talked about it on what's it called? 6 p.m. in New York. He kind of mentioned it, and then he goes right back to the rapping shit.
I remember one instance, and I think it was
when Alden Sterling, all that shit happened.
Yeah, because I was about to say it was either Alden Sterling or Eric Gardner.
It was I think Alden Sterling.
I remember one instance.
That was it.
That was it.
He never said nothing else. He really didn't, and everyone's all going like, you never spoke for black people like us. You never did the whole Black Lives Matter. You never showed up. You never used your voice. You were always kind of neutral with it because you just want to get your money. Because at the end of the day, you're a fucking Jew. At the end of the day, and you want to fucking hurt your money.
Meanwhile, Kendrick and Cole grew out their hairs and made very, very pro-black albums, speaking on the situations that were going on. J. Cole was out there in the streets marching.
Kendrick went to the White House and talked to Obama about this shit.
Right.
Where the fuck were you at? Well, you from Canada, so you can't really talk about that shit.
But I mean, even then, if this was an issue,
this is the layers to this track. So that was night one of silence.
Right.
That was from night one.
Because of course we're not going to count the day that the disc came out. It came out. You don't count that.
But the day after, he called the Breakfast Club. He called into the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Pusha T called into the Breakfast Club and broke everything down. Then he talked to fucking Flex, because that was like the same day they recorded it. That was day one. Day two, still nothing. The Big Boy interview happened, and he really broke down everything about it and said he wasn't afraid. When they talked about the MS line, he just said, well, I'm sorry. Well, I'm in the middle of a rap feud right now, and a rap battle, and he mentioned my wife. He mentioned my fiance, and I feel nothing. I don't feel anything. It was very calm. And I was like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's ready for war.
He wasn't lying when he said, we all go to hell, it'll be worth it. That wasn't a lie.
And then another thing they asked, did you ever tell Kanye about this? He's like, oh, he don't know. He's too fucking focused on his albums right now because this last week he dropped his album.
Well, even that, he went further and he said, no, I do this by myself. Was tapping on the table. Myself. Always been me.
Well, every time they say some shit, I have to be the soldier to come out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I was like, well, you got a point.
Get you a president like Pusha T.
That's why he made him the president. That's why he made him the president, good, because he's the president. So he had to make a presidential call and push that button, nigga. So that was
push that button,
nigga.
Push the button after he was, quote unquote, deliberately told, don't push me when I'm in album mode. See, Drake made the mistake. Drake was thinking I'm in album mode, not fully realizing that Push was just leaving album mode. Mm-hmm. So there's still a trickle effect in there of all that.
This was Law 35 of the 48 Laws of Power. Master the art of timing. And that's what Pusha T did, especially with Daytona. He called it Daytona because it's his favorite watch. Mm-hmm. He says he has the luxury of time. Yeah. Everything lined up perfectly for him because, like I told you, Two Birds with One Stone came out at the end, like towards the end of 2016. He could have said something then, but he kicked back. He didn't say anything. He knew Drake was saying that little sneaky shit. He's like, okay, whatever. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna really wait for this shit. I'm gonna wait for the perfect time. And he kept waiting and waiting. The ghostwriting shit came out, waiting. And then he did that. He did Infrared, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna see what he does with this. I'm gonna make it the last track. Kanye's producing it, and I'm gonna see what he does. Either he's gonna catch the bait, or we're gonna keep doing this for a while.
Right.
And he bit the bait really quickly. And what did Pusha do? He reared him in and took it and gutted him.
Gotcha, bitch.
He reared the fish in and gutted him. And then he said, and like what Drake said, your demise will be televised. Well, that shit came back to haunt his ass.
Reeled his ass in and said, how you like this view?
So then day 3 came. Nothing.
And even with that, I'm like, I'm not really, all right, because Wednesday night we have the notepad. Thursday night's the finals, so I'm definitely not expecting them to drop Thursday night.
So we were thinking Friday.
Right, so I'm like, okay, Friday.
Because Kanye's album's coming out. People are kind of iffy about it. This was the perfect time to look at that. But everyone's still talking about it like, damn, this is disrespectful as fuck.
I mean, Push got to Wyoming Thursday night, and they said he was greeted by everybody. Great diss record. Way to respond.
Not only that, in between all that, everyone on Twitter was saying like it was just a war of just the stands and real hip hop fans. It was hilarious.
And that's one thing the stands will never forever understand, because constantly, well, Drake still sells more. He's more popular. It's like,
you don't get this, do you?
You're really not about this culture. It has nothing to do with that.
Sales. We ain't talking about
We
sales.
don't do sales and battles.
We talking about rap. We talk about your pride, homie.
And then I had to go back and I had to look and think why that became a thing. And I remember it went back to 50. Mm-hmm. But there's a key ingredient missing in that. It wasn't that 50 was bringing up sales to say, haha, I'm this, you're that. 50 was bringing up sales to say, I sell this and I'll still come down to your level and I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, I'm that.
So
nigga.
there's an element missing from people bringing up these sales and the numbers and the popularity.
They thought sales mean those mean relevant. I mean, it does, but when it comes to rap, that don't mean shit.
It don't mean nothing.
Sell all them records in the world, but you got to show that you good on that mic, bruh.
This is an NBA baller.
Schooling a college kid.
No. This is an NBA baller talking out his neck, and he hears a street baller saying, I can take you, and then he goes down and he goes to play. At that point, don't matter what your fucking car look like, don't matter how many points per game you averaging in the league, you one-on-one right now. This is John Cena going to ECW.
You getting booed out the building.
Don't matter if you're Hall of Fame, 15, 16-time champion, none of that matters.
It ain't matter shit. We still ain't
for that one moment, that shit don't matter.
That don't matter to us. You still a piece of shit. You better prove yourself to us.
So
and the thing was, Drake's the one he's the one that hit the first shot.
And that was the thing. It was like, well, Drake's the second. It was like, well, he wasn't too good for this just last week. He engaged in it. You celebrated it.
And he responded 24 hours later. Literally 24 hours. Like, he instantly did it. He didn't even think about it. That's what I felt. That's what was so surprising to me. I was like, that's out his element. He usually doesn't do that.
Right. And that because...
But it was
he was talking about the 3 to 4 day waiting period that his mom was talking about.
Yeah.
But so that tells me either he jumped the gun or he had this record before.
I say he jumped the gun. With everything that's happened right now, he jumped the gun.
I was initially going to say that he had the record, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's a toss up. I don't know it could go either way.
He jumped the gun.
Because on one hand you could jump the gun, from the other hand I'm like, yo, that shit just sounded way too mixed and mastered for it to just be
24
within 24 hours.
Dude, he has time too. He could have had 40.
I mean, you got time, but you don't got time when you're in album mode. That's the thing.
Well, how far was he in album mode? The album was pretty much done. The album was pretty much done, and he probably got that beat. And because Boy Wonder was like, Boy Wonder produced it. They all, you know how they all do that shit. All the producers come out, hey, we produced the record. This is hella dope. Everyone was choosing sides. That's why I like it when Pusha got this record, because he didn't want nobody choosing sides. I'm gonna rap over this beat. I'm gonna keep it hip hop. Right. Damn, that's what I'm saying. So many layers to this shit.
But back to real quick, back to finish with the stands. It was, I'm looking at all these responses and I'm like,
oh, these Drake fans were just in their feelings.
You don't understand that there are politics within this game. Mm-hmm. We don't play the same politic game that the pop stars play. Mm-hmm. This is not about who sells more, who's more popular, who has more. For the female vocalist who has the most cosmetics at Target and all that. This ain't about that.
And they're trying to move the goalposts for Drake too. Yeah. They're going like, oh, this is too disrespectful. I'm like, oh, so when he was doing this shit to Meek and posting the memes at his concert and you guys were chanting "fuck Meek Mill,"
calling his fucking parole officer.
It was fun and games. Everything was great. But when your favorite rapper is facing an L and it's looking really spooky for him, all of a sudden it's too far. You're going too far for making all the excuses in the world for him, Greg.
Everybody.
It was like, it started with the ghostwriting shit. That's how I started. That's how I knew this was weird. Those fans were different. They made all the excuses in the world for him, and everyone was making excuses for the ghostwriting shit. I'm going, if this was Kendrick Lamar, they would have told him to get the fuck up out of here.
Everybody's saying he was disrespectful for going at 40's illness, but nobody had anything to say when he
went after Kid Cudi's for mental health. Yeah, but he did get attacked though. And he didn't put the track on More Life.
Not the way.
Yeah, not the way that
would have, paused everything for him and made him reflect.
Yeah, because he still has the track up there on Apple Music. He didn't delete it.
Right. So what did he
He didn't put it on More Life, but he didn't, what's it called? He didn't actually officially put it on the album, but yeah. So, oh man. So, yeah, so that's what, day 3? Pretty much everything in between.
Friday.
So then Friday, nothing came. And it was like...
But the rumors were starting to come out.
Rumors started coming out that he had a response ready. He had something coming. But then everyone was saying, we waited 4 days. Drake, where you at?
And see, my thing was, at that point, when the rumor came out, he had something, I'm like, okay, then what's the rush? Something's clearly going to come out by the end of next week. So what's the rush? I don't even care about the 4-day rule anymore.
Yeah.
Because something is going to come out. Let's give it time.
And this is the most anticipated response. What is Drake going to say? And at the same time, me and you were talking about this, like,
really think about it. What is he going to say?
What can he say? He can't talk about Kanye because he told him, don't talk about Kanye. Don't talk about me. And then during the fucking, game 1 of the finals?
Yeah.
Pusha T during halftime.
Circus.
No.
We'll get to that later.
No. Well, that's not the game itself. Yeah. But during halftime, Pusha T tweets out, "Oh, so you gotta."
Yes. Right before the game.
It was halftime. That's when he tweeted it out.
Okay.
He tweeted it at halftime. He was like, "Oh, so you got 100K trying to get information, huh? Floating around for information. You can't get information if there's no skeletons in my closet. I'm upset." Some shit along that lines. And I'm like, oh my God, Drake, what are you doing? Oh no, baby, what are you doing? Oh no, Aubrey, what are you doing? You can't get info, so you put a bounty up trying to look for 100K for you sent him an invoice for 100K. Now you're using that 100K trying to get info? Bro, are you serious? And then it got back to Pusha. You moving that messy now? Damn, Drake. I was almost getting disappointed. Like, dude.
The bounty was revealed at halftime, and pregame, Story of Adidon was playing in the arena.
In the arena while the Warriors and Cavs were warming up.
Yeah.
So you telling me LeBron and Steph were probably laughing about it, like, yo, did you hear that shit last night? Dude, if you talk to Drake, he hasn't answered my texts, man. Yeah, me neither. Went back to press. Yeah,
J.R. Smith was on Twitter and he was asking who's got it, Push T or Drake.
You should worry about the damn Warriors, nigga. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But
shit, Pusha had his hands in this damn beef had his hands in game 1.
Yeah, it was like they were all just like, I can just imagine they were all just practicing hearing that, like, damn, have you talked to him? No, he hasn't answered my texts on my phone call. I can just see that. I can see, not just like LeBron, Draymond, because Draymond wore the Scorpion jacket after Game 7. He ain't wearing that now. Nobody is. I wouldn't. Shit.
Waste of money, man.
So then that came out. So then it was looking very spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Day 6, nothing. But then the rumors started coming out that he did have a response, and there was rumors that Lil Wayne was going to be on it. So I was like, why is he bringing Lil Wayne?
I laughed at that.
I was like, okay, so then
Lil Wayne going to talk about lean bars and laugh, and all Push is going to do is make his contract the cover. Since, Birdman can't seem to find Jay Mills' contract, Gutta's contract, Tiger's contract, but he can't find Wayne's. But leave it to Push. Push gonna find that contract. He gonna make it the cover, and then he gonna laugh at him talking about his seizures and still say tick tick tick.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Then late Saturday night, Kanye tweets out randomly that he's not about beef. He never was about beef, which is true. And throughout Kanye's career, the only beef record he has is to fucking Nike.
Yeah, but he's produced a lot of hits.
But he's never made an actual beef record going at anybody.
Yeah, but you can't manufacture beef and then get pissed off when it's at your front door.
Yeah, true. But he said he's never been about beef. He's about love. So lines were crossed. This is dead now. Now, I saw that and I'm like, no, it ain't. But then I started seeing on social media, like, Drake's entourage started slowly posting the Scorpion jackets again, and Drake was liking all of them. I was like, I see you, Drake. You were the first person to like this shit. Like, you kind of see that, okay, so you're creeping. So I was thinking, okay, something's coming. And I was like, Kanye, it's like, statement or no statement, this nigga disrespected your family, my nigga. You gotta defend that. Kanye ain't your OG.
So while this is going on, when was the governor's ball? The governor's ball was Saturday. Okay, so while this is happening, Push is at the governor's ball.
And then Drake's demographic, the white people, the mainstream fans, started screaming, fuck Drake.
Never thought my wildest dreams.
And then he performed on Jimmy Kimmel, and he promoted his album. For, if you don't know, like, Pusha T became a household name in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
My mom was asking who Pusha T was. He was getting talked about on The View. He was getting talked about on the news. Everybody was talking about this beef. He was mentioned on First Take by Molly Quinn.
Forget it. He was mentioned all over sports. ESPN, every show they were talking about, they covered that at some point. Every show.
And even Molly Quinn said, who also know there's levels to this, Pusha T. Like,
hell, Uncle Shay, they asked Shannon Sharp on Twitter, it's like, you gonna bring it up against Skip tomorrow? And he said, nope. But Drake got to know that boy came with that fire and he ain't playing.
it was he couldn't escape it. This was his own dude. He couldn't escape this shit. Oh my god. So yeah, this was all going on, and Drake was still. So I'm thinking, okay, Kanye in his OG. He's still gonna answer to this.
So like I said, so Friday was there, so I'm like, okay, maybe something's gonna creep out next week. We're good. Now Saturday comes out, Kanye brings that up.
No, Friday. It was like Friday night.
No, yeah.
Saturday. It was
Saturday.
It was Saturday. Yeah.
So Saturday he brings that up. So then I start really thinking about it, and I'm like, drop it. Just drop it. Don't wait. Like, stop wasting time. Drop this record.
Because you're wasting time by just waiting. Like, what are you waiting for, my nigga?
Right.
The more time you take up, the more this is looking really spooky for you. And Sunday. Last Sunday.
Yeah, talks come in.
Day.
Yeah, talks come in that Jay Prince has now stepped into the mix. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know who Jay Prince is founder, CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records out in Houston. And his son, Jay Prince Jr., he was one of the ones that found Drake, right? Or at least was like...
He discovered him.
Yeah,
He's the one that discovered him and got him connected to Wayne.
Right. So basically, Drake is covered under that Rap-A-Lot umbrella. That's how he's close with Bun B. You got access to... Rightfully so, wrongfully so, you be the judge, but access to the Pimp C vocals.
Yeah, well, that's why we use them right over here. We use them vocals right over here.
In other words, if you know Jay Prince's pedigree, you understand that Drake he's covered.
He's covered and protected, pretty much.
So
Jay Prince is he's kind of the godfather of this gangsta shit.
So Jay Prince comes into the mix, the rumors. So now I'm thinking he just went. He asked Jay Prince to get this off his back.
That was my first response when I saw that shit pop up. I'm more like, Drake called Jay Prince because he wanted Pusha to get off his neck.
And so it started coming full circle. I was like, the bounty, you put the bounty out, the bounty didn't work. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you called Ye or had somebody call Ye or whatever, but now that's looking bad against you. Mm-hmm. Now you got Jay Prince in the mix. Now it's really looking like you ran behind
your niggas. You ran around other niggas.
Right. I've never seen this in a battle.
I've never seen none of this. This is crazy.
From a nigga that said, I want all the smoke.
The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. You should know that. So I've never seen this. So all of a sudden, it comes out saying that he called Jay Prince to get the heat off him. And then they go like, no. Jay Prince told Drake he needs to step down. We have the audio. And I'm like, what?
Right.
Then the audio came out and Jay Prince pretty much said, because he was promoting his book that's out now.
Time out. I like how everybody's promoting shit and they're bringing up Drake in interviews, but that nigga's long gone, writing in a fucking note.
Nigga's in his house. Nigga is in his house in Calabasas or back in Toronto. He is quiet. He's not been seen in public he has not been seen nowhere. He is quiet.
Man said he wanted all the smoke, and all we've heard from him is from his enemy and the person that's covering his ass.
So Jay Prince comes out and says, like, I can't do his voice, but he just says pretty much, yeah, he's like he's a pig and hog, man. Pigs grow up to be hogs and hogs get slaughtered. And he's saying he ain't built for this.
Which in many aspects, you go back and listen to it off of that alone, you're like, that's a life bar. That's an OG spitting some game to a youngin'.
So you don't need to be a part of this right now. That's what he told him. You can't be a part of this.
But then you go back and you think, where was this hog talk when all this Meek Mill shit was happening?
With Meek, he was miscalculated. But Meek didn't get that disrespectful.
But even then, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want him straying and beef altogether because hogs get slaughtered, and at the time, Meek looked like he slipped up, but, we didn't know 100% until it came out Meek didn't have the best preparation, so he didn't have anything in his arsenal. Mm-hmm. But you didn't warn him that, you may want to back down performing this song because we don't know what he's got.
And he was performing that song 24/7. He went to Philadelphia and performed back to back,
right,
and then left after that because he knew Meek's goons were looking for him.
Right.
But
so as I'm thinking about that, and of course then seeing the consensus on Twitter, now I'm starting to think, well, wait a minute. Rumor is that there is a diss record, and to Prince's credit, he did say that there was a song.
Well, no, yeah, and then that's when it got revealed the full story, and we're gonna get into that right now. That just came out today, right before we recorded. Jay Prince did another interview with Sway, and he revealed this is the jugular that there was indeed a response ready to go, and he heard it, and He pretty much said that this record was going to cause a lot of damage. It would have, quote unquote, ruined Pusha T and Kanye's career. It would have hurt families, and it was going to go down a path that was going to get very bad. So he said, you know what? You got to step away from this. And Drake gave him his word that he wasn't going to release it.
I'm supposed to believe that Drake got a record worse than Hit 'Em Up.
So you're trying to tell me that you had a fire response, but your dad, I'm just going to go down that route.
Your industry papa.
Your daddy said don't release it. That's like me saying I'm going to whoop your ass, J.C. I'm going to come see you. And then your dad comes, my dad says, yeah, he could have whooped your ass, but he's not going to do it. And he gave him his word, so if y'all see each other, keep walking. And he walked away.
Who said it? So, I forgot his or her name. Imagine Kendrick being in the same position and Top Dog coming out saying, nah, he could get you, but we're above this.
They would have ate Kendrick alive. They don't do this. This ain't no rap battle, nigga. Like, what part of the game is this? What part of the game? Now, I have a theory. I had a theory about
How do you have fire, but you don't release it? In a battle where your family was called out and all your shit was revealed and your money was messed up in the process.
And you can't say nothing. And then I had a theory. Maybe Jay Prince, I'm just to play devil's advocate. I was thinking maybe Jay Prince heard this record and knew that Drake, and I think, because I'm just putting two and two together. I'm just assuming. I hate assuming, but I'm thinking he was gonna air. He said and Kanye, so he was gonna get more because he couldn't get at Pusher, so he was gonna get at the big pig. You know, he was gonna get at Kanye, and he was gonna air out his dirty laundry.
Which to me makes no sense because
that's Kanye, a bitch move. Like, what are you gonna do? Say that he fucking cheated on Kim or some shit like that? You gonna dry snitch on that? Like,
Kanye's not the one that revealed your secret family and ruined your money.
He just produced the track. He just produced the damn track. That's all he did. So, he just produced the first response. He didn't produce the other one.
Yeah, no, and to follow up with that, yeah, my theory is that the record does exist, and there's likely shots taken at Vanessa and Kim. Now, the issue with that,
who's Vanessa? Oh, who's Vanessa?
Was that the name of his first fiance?
Oh yeah, true.
So that's where I'm going with it. Now, when Jay Prince says, "Yeah, it's fire," I don't necessarily think that it was fire. I think it was the fact that he's looking at it from the standpoint of, see, Drake, you went in this, and now your Adidas money's kind of funny, and we can't go that route. You go this route, now we got to worry about Kris Jenner. Now you lose Travis Scott. Now
it's a ripple effect. This is good music, and you're cool with these motherfuckers. You're gonna make more enemies that you can handle business wise.
Yeah, regardless of where he is currently with LeBron, which I don't even think that's existent anymore. The fact remains that LeBron is teammates with the father of a Kardashian. It
will go down the tube. It's like it's a ripple effect. You release this, it's gonna kill everybody.
Right. Now, whether it was good or fire, that's up for debate. But I do believe that that's what was going to take place, and I do believe that was going to ultimately be his demise. Because I think Push has, if anything, he was covering pride. So that tells me Push has 6 more because he has the 7 deadly sins against Drake.
Damn, I never thought of it that way. Shit.
That means that there were 6 more clips ready to go. Yeah, 666.
He had it ready to go. He was gonna it was just so much, but at the same time, it was almost, he called his bluff. He probably didn't even have it. He just wanted to see what Drake was gonna do, and he knew he wasn't gonna do a damn thing.
Right.
Because there's so much. So now, at this point, we about to have a dialogue about Aubrey Drake Graham. Oh, we about to have a dialogue, but first let me turn off the air conditioning.
We are going to have a dialogue.
We about to have a dialogue.
Word to Charles Barkley. This is terrible.
This is...
Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, let me tell you something.
As a rapper, we can't consider this nigga one of us no more.
Nah, don't talk to me about don't.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm saying in general, like any out there, don't bring him up to me in rap anymore. The only way you could bring him up is like how I've been telling you what he is. He's a pop act that dabbles in hip hop.
This is
Don't
bad.
talk to me about being no rapper. Don't talk to me about no rap singles.
This is
don't
bad.
rap accolades, no beat. Don't bring up shit to me.
This is bad. This is all I've been saying all week. This is bad for you, Aubrey. Like, Smokey, this is bad. Why you gonna play my money, Smokey? Why you doing this, Aubrey? We were rooting for you. I wanted to hear a response. Your girl Nikki, your BFF, your homegirl Nikki responded to Sheether. That was disrespectful for women rap.
Oh, and that was another thing. So of course Nikki came out in defense of the Quentin Miller line. Shit. And then all this comes out, she been dead ass silent.
Ooh, ain't said shit. Yeah, you on your own in this.
Ain't said a damn thing.
But honestly, like, Nicki responded to Sheether. Lil Wayne responded to Exodus 23:1, which, a side note, he released this record on the 6th year. He released
6th year anniversary.
That's on 6th year anniversary of that record.
6.
And that's still prominent today. Oh my God. So this is just Jay-Z responded to Ether, and you want to be Jay-Z? Even though it was bad, Super Ugly didn't stand up to Ether shit, and he lost that battle after he released that, but he responded because he knew his pride and reputation was on the line.
Hell, even Ja Rule called out Eminem.
And 50, he went at everybody. He went out in a blaze of glory, but shit, he responded. Respond. But he didn't. He's not going to. He might, but Jay Prince is his OG, and he gave him his word he wasn't going to do it. So what you going to do? Go on Scorpion and be subliminal? You can't even be subliminal, dude. You went on Instagram and commented on some random ass rapper's thing, and you fucking, I guess you were tweeting out you were posting his lyrics, but it made you look like you were depressed. Like, you thought no one was going to see because he barely has enough followers, so you were trying to be slick with it, but people caught it. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, are you like? I thought you want the type of nigga to type to niggas. All your tough guy raps, after from Nothing Was the Same to Right Now, all that shit doesn't mean nothing. It means nothing now.
So you know how it goes. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
You getting bodied by a drug dealer. Shit, man.
Yo, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
That works for Meek, man. I wonder how Meek feels. He sees all this.
But smoke releases turn to press releases.
Smoke releases turn to press releases. Bro, and it's just like, and I know he's online. He's still lurking. He's lurking on Instagram, and he's seeing what everyone's saying honestly, he can't say nothing. He can't talk. He has to come out. He has to come out the shadows. He has to talk about all this. He doesn't have to respond to Pusher, but he has to explain everything that Pusher talked about. He has to explain himself now. He has no choice.
And again,
he has to tour too.
I've been saying this for a while. There's nothing wrong with being an R&B pop act that dabbles in hip hop. My favorite group of all time is New Edition. They're bona fide singers. They also had rap elements in their songs. But rest assured, they were all from the hood, and they was going to step out and whoop your ass if it came down to it.
Drake got greedy. That's what the fuck happened. Drake got very, very greedy. If he would have stayed where he was and take care as just a nice guy that can rap and he just wants to stay his lane, we would have respected him more, because I even said he was one of the realest rappers out there because he kept it real. He showed his heart on his sleeve.
But this man want to jump on. He want to jump on tracks with 21 Savage, Moneybagg Yo,
2
and all these. Like, he want to jump on tracks with all these cats.
And that's one thing that Pusha kept saying. He wanted to talk to that black side. So what? You go out to Memphis to show off your black side. That's why you do these songs with all these tough motherfuckers, because you want to show that you tough. You think you tough. You want to show like he ain't a bitch. Like, I can rap this way. I can put up the gang signs. I can act like this. I can have goons around me. We didn't believe you. Like I said, you look soft. You look stupid doing that shit, bro. I can understand why J.C. didn't like If You're Reading This Is Too Late, because you listen to it. He's rapping hella tough. Like, he gonna do something. And like, you keep listening. Now you listen back to those records, they don't mean nothing now. You can't talk slick no more. You can't be sending out those little subliminals no more. No, you can't do nothing now. You can't. Honestly, he shouldn't even drop the album.
Anything that has free smoke in it, I don't buy.
You better make Scorpion a ballad album, a whole R&B ballad album now. He should just disappear and just come back later.
He can't though.
That's the fucked up part.
It's gonna tour next month.
It's a cruel summer for him.
Soon.
He said it's gonna be a cruel summer for Pusha. It's gonna be a
cruel summer, and your demise will be televised. But little did he know he was talking about his damn self in the mirror.
Because he has to perform. He has to perform these songs. He has to talk about all this. He should have took a break That's what he should have did after More Life. He should have took a break and went back into acting.
When Jay Prince came out and spoke on his behalf yesterday, that officially ended the reign of the three-headed monster in hip hop.
There's no
more three-headed monster.
There's only two. It's just J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah. There's no more three-headed monster in my eyes.
Nah, you can sell all the records in the world. He just got another number. He just made another like historic thing with Walking and Talking with fucking what's his name, with Migos. You know, some appearance on Billboard. But all right,
who cares about that?
No one cares now. You can have all the plaques. Them plaques ain't gonna save you, bruh. Those plaques, Jay Prince, all them goons, them niggas ain't gonna stay. Them niggas ain't dying for you. You ain't taking them plaques when you die. When they remember Drake, they're gonna have that asterisk by his name. All the shit you didn't write your lyrics, and you back down from a beef.
Speaking of niggas ain't dying for you, can we just quickly revisit Exodus 23:1?
Might as well.
I need to pull the verse up.
This is bad, man. It kind of pains me to talk about it because I'm like, damn, bro. If all the shit I talk about Drake on it, I don't talk shit. I say the truth, and people don't like hearing the truth. They're like, oh, you talk about him all the damn time because he's the biggest. Is he the biggest rapper? I'm not even calling him a rapper. He's just an artist that dabbles in hip hop now. You might as well start doing songs with Flow Rider and Pitbull now.
Yeah, but don't get too close because they'll chop back and
they'll chop back too. They'll respond to your ass too. They're more hip hop than Drake.
Yeah, we ain't saying that in disrespect. There's a reason why Pitbull and Flow Rider are on that side. It ain't got nothing to do with not having it as
they
rappers.
Make their money.
Yeah.
And honestly, they can still rap if you really want to get down to it.
I guarantee you bring their names up in some shit today.
They will respond.
They'll come back.
And they'll rip you. Anyway, you got the lyrics?
Yeah, Exodus 23:1. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a guilty person by being a malicious witness.
That's the Bible.
That's what he was talking about that whole time. And you had a good point. Since that track has happened, what's happened with Young Money?
Oh, it happened in threes, people. In 2016, that's when he shouted out. That's when Lil Wayne shouted out, "Fuck Birdman." He wanted out of his
2014.
I thought it was 2015
because that was when Push was fucking around with him at the end of 2014, saying if you don't want to worry about your CEO being on the videos with the hand reps, come to Good Music. That
happened in 2014?
At the end of 2014, yeah.
Yeah, so 2014, that's when that shit happened. That's when the shit started. 2017, that's when Sheether happened to Nicki, and Nicki's never been the same since. She's going to headline Made in America this year because her album comes out like sometime around there.
Her songs all chart at #1, but they're only there when they start.
That's for iTunes, nigga. Yeah, that's not Billboard. But at the same time, she's never been the same. She's never been the same since Sheether. She still hasn't talked about Sheether. No, definitely to this day, she still hasn't talked about it. She tries to ignore it like it never happened. Oh, it happened. And now this year, it's the story of Adonis. Adidon. And the thing about it, everyone kept saying like, yo, they're going to forget about it. Drake's going to be okay. He's still going to sell records and all that.
Who's going to forget about it?
Who like New Day? Who?
The Suits may forget about it.
No.
Honestly, the suburbs may forget about it.
They're not going to forget about this.
Suburbs? Oh, the suburbs will forget about this. Who he wants respect from
is us.
The culture.
Hip hop.
We will forever remember. This is a moment.
This is an L.
This is a moment in our history book.
Yeah.
Because now what's taking place is that not only has he not responded, he's elevated Push to a mythological creature, so per se. This is now urban legend. Now we're wondering what was in volume 2 that made him not want to respond.
What skeletons do you have in your closet? How much dirt have you done in the game? How much cheat codes have you done so you could stay #1? How many songs have you stole from other rappers? How many times have you stole other songs from well-known SoundCloud people? Like, there's other shit. How many times did you keep Party Next Door down? Why did Weeknd really leave OVO? Why don't people fuck with you, my nigga? Nobody likes you. You are the outcast in this industry. You made yourself the outcast. You alienated yourself because you felt you were bigger than everybody. You felt you were bigger than Hov. You felt you were bigger than Kanye. You thought you were Thanos. But you didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet. You fucked with a nigga that did. Ain't that about a bitch?
Pusha Thanos.
Nah, man. Can you imagine if he really did go after fucking Kim? He went after Kim. Drake would have woke up with a fucking owl head in his fucking bedroom, dog. Like, literally, a bloody owl would be on some Godfather shit. Kris Jenner would have sent that shit to him. Think I'm playing Kris Jenner or have you in a fucking box. Oh shit.
Speaking of That was well put. That was very, very well
It's
put.
the fucking truth.
But speaking of now that
Niggas
you
thought
bring
I
up,
was crazy.
now that you bring up Jay, what was the verse in Free Smoke?
It was in the opening lines. He was like, I didn't listen to Jay on that one song.
That was Free Smoke, or was
That
it
was on Free Smoke, yes. What was it? Like, I don't listen to Jay on that one song. Come on, I know you're gonna find it. Okay. We live, people. Every time we try to delay shit, we just keep saying that. We live, people.
Not perfect.
Perfect.
I don't see it in that one.
Yeah, it's on Free Smoke, man. I know it is. Hold up. 'Cause I wrote it. I got it down. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it before you. I'm gonna find it before you watch.
I guarantee you will, because I just got through the first verse. They didn't put it in.
Dude, it's on the first verse. Free smoke, free smoke, free smoke, free smoke, free smoke, free smoke. Oh, nigga, what the fuck, Jay-Z? Whatever.
Oh, so I was right. Huh?
It is on Free Smoke. I'm telling you, it's on there. It's like, and it's probably it's on the. It's, what do you say? I want to see all you niggas die. I didn't listen to Jay on that one song.
Okay, here we go.
See?
It's in the third verse.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Hove on that old song when he told me pay it, no mine. I get more satisfaction out of going at your head and seeing all of you die. And I seen a lot of you die.
And the first thing that Jay-Z said on Light Up was Drake. It was on the first album. Mm-hmm. He said, Drake, here's how they're gonna come after you. Come at you with silly rap feuds trying to distract you in the form of a favor. He warned him. He told him, I've been in this game for a long time and I see how these niggas are.
The Godfather.
What's it called? What was the meeting?
It was the meeting after Sonny was killed.
Some meeting. Watch for the fakers.
The Barzini meeting.
The Barzini meeting. Watch for the fakers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it all, done it all. He told him because he saw potential in Drake and he know how they were going to come at him. And Drake,
who was your homegirl that made the analogy? Shout out to her because she had a dope analogy. Because she said, at this point, this is when we find out if Drake is Michael or if he's Sonny.
Yep. Is he Michael or is he Sonny? The little Prince for it. Is he really Michael or is he Sonny? Is he going to rise to the occasion like Michael or is he going to bitch up like Sonny?
Well, not bitch up.
Not bitch up.
Die.
Just, yeah.
And his fear, because remember how Sonny died? Sonny didn't think he reacted.
He reacted.
Not knowing what was happening, what was going on. And then before he got it, he shot up at the toll.
I saw that shit coming. I remember when I saw that. I was like, all right, y'all about to get shot. Yeah, yep, you did.
Yeah.
This moment will be remembered in hip hop history, and Drake better know he's on the wrong side of history. Now, we say all that just for this impact. I didn't think this record was gonna be that impactful. It was one verse, 3 minutes and 5 seconds, 3 minutes, 6 seconds, whatever. Over a 3 minute verse, and this is the aftermath. This is the disaster.
Man, for somebody who seemingly
all happened in 1 month for Drake too, by the way.
Yeah, his Raptors got fucked over.
Rihanna fucking curved him, and then this happens.
In a magazine.
In a magazine.
And all his L's have been public.
Yeah, your demise will be televised.
Yeah, like this motherfucker got into a fight with the wrong Kendrick.
Kendrick Perkins, yep.
Like just well, what more can be said at this point? I mean, this is a profound L. Like it's one thing had he took the L against Meek. You know what I'm saying? Like you can bounce back from that.
From the ghostwriting, he could.
Yeah, you can bounce from that. The fact that in this you said you wanted this.
I don't even think Meek would have went after his parents. I don't even think he would have did that. We were kind of jokingly. I was like, man, because I'm a Kendrick fan. I was like, damn, it was some shit if Kendrick did that. But then we were talking like, nah, Kendrick's about unity and bringing people together. He wouldn't have did this. And plus, he probably knew about all the ghostwriting shit. If you listen to the Pimp a Butterfly on what's it called? What's the song called? Shut up, shut up, shut up. King Kunta. When he said on King Kunta, he said, "What a rapper with a ghostwriter. What the fuck happened? Oh no. Swore I wouldn't tell." He said he swore he
y'all
wouldn't
sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk in a 2-man cell.
A 2-man cell.
Something's in the water.
Something's in the water.
All these were prophecies, man.
And Kendrick didn't want to say nothing because he knew he's like, nah, I'll let God deal with it.
And for somebody who's seemingly a nobody,
Yeah, not even top 5 in his own fucking roster.
I was just about to say that, for like somebody that's quote unquote not top 5 in his life. That's like LeBron coming out saying that, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we ain't worried about no Sean Livingston, and Sean Livingston comes out and scores 30 on him
for the triple double on LeBron.
Yeah, while he's guarding him the majority of the time.
All 2-pointers too.
Yeah,
not no 3-pointers, all 2-pointers. He stays in the paint.
Mid-range game.
all 2-pointers.
Mid-range game.
Mid-range, no
Hall
dunks. No dunks. Just those little WNBA layups.
Now he got dunks. You ever seen a Sean Livingston dunk?
Nope.
Might as well be a finger roll. Gets the ball, barely touches the rim. Just enough
he
to
doesn't
make
even
it a
want
dunk.
to touch it. Like, that's all he does on LeBron. Just a bunch of WNBA layups.
I mean, that's what we were given based on what Drake said. You're not even top 5 as far as your label's talent goes, but you disappeared to a nigga that's not top 5
in your viewpoint. You tried to look, and then he said, "Holla at me when you holla when you multi-million, holla at me when you have more money than me, when you're on my level." Like money's like the way he
was trying to diss him with material,
dude.
You can't bring material to somebody who finds it worthless.
Against him. That's how I know he didn't think clearly. They compared this to when Ronda Rousey got her ass whooped.
It's a good comparison.
That's what they said, because Ronda Rousey did the same shit they could do. She was talking all that shit, and in the first round, she got molly-whopped, and that hurt my soul, because I like Ronda. I do.
And to keep it buck, to
win the wrestling.
To keep it buck, let you know, I'm not biased.
That's what's going to happen.
You may agree, Martine, to show I'm not biased. This unfortunately reminds me of the 2004 NBA Finals.
What happened in 2004?
The Lakers versus the Pistons.
Oh, yeah, we all got smoked. Nearly got swept.
We didn't, and looking back on it, the fact we even got there, looking back on it, was a miracle, considering everything that was going on. Kobe was going through the rape accusation, so he was flying from.
Who was the center for the Pistons that won it? Ben Wallace. I remember game 1. He was in the cornrows, and after that he took them shits off, and he had the afro the entire shit.
Yeah,
and that's when he whooped y'all asses.
Nah, they killed us in game 1. We got lucky in game 2 just off of Kobe's 3 to force overtime, and then we won in there. Because they were, like the Cavs, which we'll get into later, they were shell-shocked. But this reminds me a lot of that, because us as Lakers fans, we were kind of like, oh, we're back in the finals. All right, well, we got over the storm. Minnesota looked like they were our biggest threat. We could handle, the Pistons ain't got no star, so who they going to go to? But them niggas came together like a damn transformer.
Like a fucking Power Ranger Megazord.
Like a goddamn Voltron. And next thing I know, it's full court press right from the beginning of the game. This is what Push did. Push pressed him from the jump start and was like, I dare you to cross this line. Yeah. And every single time it was an 8 to 10 second violation.
Wow, you're really taking it all the way there, aren't you?
Yeah. As painful as that is, and I hate talking about that, I've not gone back to watch that series ever since that day.
I don't blame you. I mean, there was a correlation
to that. Yeah, there was a correlation to that.
Yeah, this is bad for you, Aubrey. I don't know how you gonna bounce back from this. He's gonna have to come out the shadows eventually.
Yeah, scrap the whole album, because word on the streets is that he was gonna use the album to bring
this baby into it. He has to go on tour.
It was gonna roll into the Adidas, and
he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to go on tour,
which is funny because, again, like you said, Drake was saying, hit me up when you got more money than me, and Push was like, well, hit me up when you realize I just jacked your money.
I jacked your money. And now he's all going to he's going to fashion shows, and he's in public,
taking pictures with Nipsey Hussle,
just chilling. He's doing the opposite of what Meek did. He dropped the diss track and then now he's showing off on social media. He's on social media a lot more than he was, because he was in album mode. Now he's not in album mode.
Got on a private jet and took a nap on his way to Wyoming.
Chris Rock introduced him at the Kanye listening, saying, "Don't diss me, nigga." Yeah. Kanye laughing at it. Where do you see this going? Because I made the prediction last week, and it just happened.
Where do I see this going?
This is gonna be a long.
Over. It's over.
No. But with Drake,
his legacy as regard to, like, again, we don't recognize him in hip hop.
Where does this go? Like, what's he do now? What's he do now?
Go hit Ariana Grande.
That's what he should have been doing. That's what he should. That's too late now. Not even Ariana Grande gonna look at him the same way. Nobody gonna look at it. He has to go to these award shows now. He has to go in public. Everyone's gonna look at you now. Even business people, because they know you didn't say nothing. They're gonna look at him.
That's the thing too. your mom's and your best friend, who is seemingly
dying
every day, were brought up, and you gonna
let another man tell you not to say nothing.
Yeah, like that. Just
listen to all these factors.
That like I don't know how y'all was raised.
You talk about my mom, you dying.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you was raised, but you bring up a loved one against me. Rest assured.
Hell yeah. You
gonna open up a can of whoop ass and it's gonna go down.
Hell yeah. Shit.
You see that? Busby opened up a can of whoop ass and Martine opened up a can of whoop ass. The Illogical Sense podcast is a podcast that'll open up a can of whoop ass on you. We don't play by that shit.
Hell yeah. With some Canada Dry.
Major pun intended.
See, I even said Drake is like 0-2 when it comes to good artists, good music artists. First it was Common. Everyone said, "Oh, that Stay Scheming response was trash." No, because Drake got silent after that, and then after that, and then this was even worse.
But only time will tell. But
I don't know what he can do.
We threw an Elijah poll up. I wanted to see because it was just so fresh.
I told you not to do it.
Yeah, I said, damn the intern. You just do what you doing. I'm gonna put it up myself. And
my Twitter's been on fire ever since this whole shit's been going on.
So the Elijah poll was, what was the most disrespectful part of the diss? I gave the option of going at his parents, revealing his son, going at 40.
And all the above.
Yeah, but I ain't even gonna get to those because 55% just said it was all the above. There was no one factor. That was just 55% said there was not one factor. It was everything. And how he tied everything into
it's just one verse. Over the
it
story.
only takes
of
3 minutes and 6 seconds to fuck up the game.
Damn. Oh man, one verse.
This is supposed to be his hot summer.
But after how many summers has he had? He's had a lot of hot summers.
This was quote unquote supposed to be his one.
Yeah, after what happened with Kendrick last year. Oh my God,
Yeah.
He's not gonna get it now. Oh, people say, but the thing is, people still gonna listen to Drake's music. You know, they still gonna listen to Nice for What. Y'all can listen to your God's Plan. You can listen to all that.
Yeah. How deep are we in? Because I feel like we've been over an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour and 20 minutes already.
So it's an hour and 20 minutes just to get to where does this rank amongst all the disses?
This is, in my opinion, this is up there with Ether, probably above it, in my opinion.
I mean,
just off the fact that he didn't respond.
And this for me, as a result of that, not based on the quality, even though the quality was damn good. So I'm not saying that. Not based on the quality, but the impact. I gotta put this underneath No Vaseline.
Yeah.
Because when No Vaseline dropped, NWA ain't respond. Mm-hmm. That was over and done with. Mm-hmm. This track came out, there was no response.
As of right now, there's still no response. As we're recording this on, it doesn't matter what the date is. Yeah, he hasn't responded.
Here's the thing, though. As of what?
June 4th,
2018, he could drop something, and to me,
it won't.
It's the equivalent of somebody making a 30-footer at the end of the game, but they lost by 17.
That's what Blueprint 2 was when Hope finally got a proper response to Nas's Ether with Blueprint 2, the song.
Yeah.
That's what that was. That's what Drake gonna probably do, but it won't be enough. It won't be enough.
You got a point. I mean, so I bring it that I brought No Vaseline. Of course, the disrespect level definitely has elements of hit 'em up.
Well, hit him up. Pac didn't even let the fucking track breathe. The first thing he said was, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." Jeez, can you imagine if they heard that now for the first time? Hold up.
They wouldn't know how to take Pac.
Whoa, what the fuck? Get West Side, then the rant in the end. Fucking.
He'd be so problematic.
Then what other disrespectful bars were there in hip hop that are so insensitive?
Beanie Siegels and Jadakiss. I forgot which one it was. I'm looking it up right now. When Jadakiss basically told Beans, number one, I got real records. I don't know if it was him or Styles, but one of them said I got real records with Big.
Not the made up shits.
Yeah. But then he goes at him, he goes, keep fucking around, and we gonna send you up so you can see your man's girl. This was right after Aaliyah died.
Yeah.
And of course, Dame and Leah
were together. Yeah. And then there's another one I remember. Cam always had disrespectful shit.
But Cam going at Nas' daughter and saying he's gonna pass her off to R. Kelly and piss on her face.
shit. And then there was Eminem going at Everlast singing, not rapping, he's saying, I would have wished a cardiac arrest would have murdered you.
Oh, Gucci and Jeezy.
Shit.
When Gucci told him, go dig your dead homie up. Mm-hmm. After Gucci killed him. In self-defense, of course.
Shit.
But nonetheless.
You gotta get that Ja Rule too. You claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up?
Yeah. And of course, we know how that ended up for Ja.
Yeah.
Which Ja ends up coming up on Twitter saying, yo, Push, yo, Drake, I'll let you get back to this, but the hell, whatever the song was Loose Change was the most disrespectful record ever. And then 50 got up to it and he goes,
that's why you waiting for an Uber right now, nigga.
That's why you waiting for Uber. Then he put up the picture of the fucking the festival tents.
Yeah, that too.
I saw a show. I was like, yo, get this nigga a gourmet sandwich. Tell him to shut the fuck up.
What else did I put this under? Like, you know, it was hit him up. Oh, Against All Odds.
Against All Odds. 300 bars and running.
Oh, I love that damn record. It's like this record is up there with all the historical disc records in history. This is up there.
Yeah.
It's up there with back to back. Back to back's up there.
Don't even bring back to back up to me. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, it gotta lose its merit now.
I don't look at back to back in the same.
It loses its merit now. It really does. Loses its merit like a motherfucker. Like, damn, I'm not the type of nigga that I type the niggas, and here you are typing the niggas. That's your response.
Actually, he ain't even typing the niggas. He's running behind niggas, having them talk about it in interviews.
Damn, Drake, how are you gonna go out? He's really gonna go out this way. He's really about to go out that way. Well, any final words on this?
Respect to Push. King Push. They call him King Push for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
all I could
call
say,
him King Push for a reason, man.
All I could say is read my article, My Issues with Aubrey.
Oh, we can't forget calling out names. Corrupt when he went at DMX. That was a pretty vicious ass diss too.
Like I said, read my article, My Issues with Aubrey, that I had on Medium, and I explained exactly my issues with him. And I kind of predicted all this shit exactly, because I said this was going to catch up to him sooner or later. And sometimes I love being right. Oh, man. These OVO fans, they're mad at me. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I hate being right. Sometimes I do.
Okay.
I mean, okay, I do love being right. Other times I don't like being right. So... nigga.
Sometimes.
Busby don't bullshit. See, this is why Kendrick is better, because meanwhile...
Oh, respect will weigh on. Respects to Malcolm X by Royce the 5'9".
Oh, he destroyed D12. Yeah, hey, Bizarre, say G, you net, because you got a little speech impediment. Ugh, that was fucked up. That was funny.
Let me pull up some more. Just because there's been a lot of diss records that we got to put these up against some greats. Of course, shout out to DJ Quick, Dollars and Cents.
This is like This is gonna be like a top 5 diss record.
It's gotta be,
and maybe top 3.
Back Down. I mean, you gotta give the same respect for Back Down. To me, Back Down was more of a disrespectful factor.
I know, but I never really liked Back. Like looking back to it, I was like, yeah. I don't know. I never really liked that damn record. To be honest,
Common the bitch in you,
of course. I like 50's not really good at rapping when it comes to diss records. He's just good at talking shit.
Fuck with Dre Day.
Of course. Real motherfucking G's.
Yeah.
This is up there with those records.
Yeah.
This is... I can't listen to the Story of OJ no more because of this. Story of OJ, Hov was teaching you shit.
And you didn't listen. All you do is listen, man. Well, we listened. And
this is we just drinking in Aubrey's behalf. He might make a comeback, but I doubt it.
Yeah, well, until he does, we listened after we were pissed off with Kanye last month.
Whoop-dee-dee.
But we listened.
Well, yeah, because I told you it was gonna happen.
We listened.
Well, I listened. It's what happened.
We both downloaded that app.
Yep. after game 1.
After all that shit, we done downloaded.
Because I told you that was gonna happen. I told you it was gonna fucking happen. I knew it was gonna. It was just Wave. I don't know where the station head shit came, but we're gonna look at that.
Oh, but speaking of that, before that, I actually haven't said this on air, but it was funny because again, how I was attempting to make my stance heard on R. Kelly. I have to tell the public the story because I haven't told that yet. Mm-hmm. So of course, a few episodes ago, Busby and I had a nice debate, and Busby was like, yeah, well, if you're really trying to get him out of here, then get him all the way out of here. And so I went and combated with him, and then I left the crib to go back home, and I'm like, you know what, Busby, right. If I'm going to get this nigga all the way out, I'm going to get him all the way out. Man, I'm going to just start going through. And mind you, this was after I had already deleted his solo discography. So I go back home, get on iTunes, and I type in R. Kelly, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start back from the beginning. So I scroll all the way down. Bullshit you not, his whole discography was still right there just chilling. Mm-hmm. And I stopped and stared because I was like, I know damn good and well I deleted this shit. And I hit update the library. Mm-hmm. There's no reason why this shit should be back. And then I started thinking even more. I was like,
he's a Pied Piper.
I was like, there's no way in hell this is going to become a Black Mirror episode off of some shit just trying to appease other people who clearly wasn't pissed off that he was pissing on little girls all them years ago. So rather than partaking and continuing to listen, that's just going to be that corner that just remains there, and that's that.
He's gonna pretend it don't exist.
It's just there.
See, that's how Drake is feeling about that diss record. It's just there. He just don't acknowledge it and it's gonna go away. No, it's gonna be there. Forever.
I hope this shit lasts for forever, man.
Shit. Oh, this is man. Shit. None of them bars me. Nothing now. None of it.
His whole damn career don't mean shit to me now.
If you want to get down to it. Is it gonna hurt his career? Yeah, it is.
Yo, he's cool. He's still gonna make his. Don't get it twisted. He's still gonna make his money, but
none of them tough talks.
When I speak on Aubrey, Drake, Graham, I am talking
about Aubrey like I
talking about hip hop.
Call him Aubrey. I mean, call him Aubrey now.
You're right. I have to call him. I have to call him Aubrey. Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta
I don't know who Drake is because I don't recognize that discography.
You gotta go on your fucking iTunes and change his name to Aubrey on your shit now. That's gonna take forever.
I heard some nigga on Twitter. He put the gifs of him in the Jerry Curl and the Walk It Talk It video.
And he's in Billy
Pusha T. She's not my lover. She's just a girl who said that I am the one. But Adonis is not my son. That's just funny.
Anyway, so yeah, Kanye West dropped an album last week.
Yeah.
That was an afterthought on everyone's mind because I was just thinking, perfect. That was the afterthought, and it didn't feel like a Kanye West album was dropping because Game 1 happened, Pusha T versus Drake was going on, and Kanye was quiet on Twitter. He wasn't really promoting it. And that's why everyone was kind of just like, about it, because we didn't know if it was going to come or not, but sure and fucking behold, he put up a stream, man. It was there.
Right.
And he had a listening party in Wyoming. He brought a who's who of celebrities and rappers and all the fucking tastemakers and hype beasts and bloggers that said that they were going to cancel out Kanye. But when they got that invitation, they flew their asses out there.
Oh, yeah.
So
In abundance,
because they wanted to get that fucking clip. So Kanye covered. Chris Rock opened it, and in the album, we thought it was going to be called Love Everybody or whatever. And it's simply called Yay.
Yeah. And before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to Miles Devin on Twitter because I wasn't really filming the album cover. So
of course he fucking filmed it. He fucking made it on the way over there.
Yeah. So shout out to Miles because he went and he did an alternative cover.
Yeah, I used that one. That was pretty dope.
We'll make sure that he gets some shine. You'll catch that on the Twitter handle once this is posted.
There's another one when they show him as a bear. I don't know if you saw that one.
I don't like that one. The bear's gone.
We ain't getting the dropout bear.
We ain't getting the bear back.
But it's like his mascot, pretty much. The bear is pretty much his unofficial mascot.
Yeah, but he gone, though. He gone.
Kanye's still Kanye, bruh. No, you know who gone is Aubrey. Drake is gone. Kanye, we made that playlist, the Rain Down shit, and we weren't talking about Kanye.
Yeah, little did we know that was
Kanye okay. Kanye happy.
We were prophesying the downfall of Drake.
Yep. We gotta change that.
Wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, we gotta change that. We gotta change that cover. Update. Because shit. But anyway, Yay, 7 tracks and
24 minutes.
24 minutes, and apparently, according to Kanye, after the TMZ shit, he scrapped everything that he was working on because I have a feeling it was going to be full of MAGA raps. And you know, everything was going to be in line with Ye versus the People, so he had to scrap that shit, and he pretty much started from scratch. And in less than 1 month, he gave us this.
It's good. I've
compared to everything from College Dropout to The Life of Pablo. To me, because I've always told you, I can't rank none of Kanye's work from College Dropout to Life of Pablo. I can't rank them because I love them all equally. This shit, it's not bad. It's not good. Oh, actually, it is good. It's cool. It's really good. But if I ever get down to like actually like ranking them, it's just gonna be at kind of the bottom, kind of right next to Cruel Summer.
It's cool. It definitely sounds like Wyoming.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
This sounds like Wyoming.
What, it's white? Sounds white?
Yes.
How does it sound white?
Yes.
How does it sound white?
I love Yikes, but even when I was replaying Yikes, I was like...
Apparently, Yikes here's another layer for y'all.
That's not the base.
Here's some layers for y'all about Yikes. Apparently, Drake wrote the hook for Yikes.
Womp, womp, womp.
And he didn't get writer's credit for it. So you're a ghost writer. Get it? Anyway, Thought About Killing You was interesting opening. How he's just kind of doing spoken word poetry about his mental illness that he admitted that he has. And I guess on the cover he's saying he's Yeah, it's just mountains and it just says, "I hate being bipolar. It's awesome." What?
And then I was like, okay.
It sums him up. And then you know, and the beats on here. I mean, it's Kanye West. It's A1. It's fucking incredible.
Of course.
His rapping, it was you know, it's always gonna be because it's like you don't listen. I mean, at this point now, you don't listen to Kanye for the raps, which is fucking sad.
I mean, it's because Rhymefest ain't there. Rhymefest ain't there. GLC ain't there. You know, early collaborators, they're no longer there.
And plus, he made this in fucking a month.
I mean, that's my thing too. It's good, but for Kanye to, I'm really under the firm belief for Kanye to get into his bag, he's got to have a minimum of 11 to 12 songs.
Yeah, like Jesus was 10 songs.
7 doesn't do anything for him. Like 7, when you think of 7 Kanye tracks, you're thinking of another artist he's produced for.
By the 7th track, that's when he's really getting in his bag. Right. That's when he's really getting into it. But anyway, Thought About Killing You. That was the opening track, and you know he's kind of talking about his mental illness, and then the beat kind of breaks down, and I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. And then it goes into Yikes, and I guess that's a smacker for you that you like.
Tweaking up that TCB, huh?
Yeah, that was cool. So I got that juvenile flow. All Mine, I kind of like that. It's like that
was Valet.
That was who?
Valet.
That was Valet on that. I thought that was Ty Dolla $ign.
Nah, well, Ty was on it, but the one singing that high pitch, that was Valet. Everybody thought it was Young Thug.
I thought it was fucking, I thought it was Dream.
That was Valet.
Anyway, All Mine, what was that one?
Yeah, that was Valet.
I was talking about, Wouldn't Leave, that's the next one.
Wouldn't Leave was...
That's the one, because that's when he revealed that, I know that you... Seeing that Michael Jackson shit. Believe... Anyway,
they're talking about adding insult to injury. That was the one that featured Party Next Door.
Yeah, I didn't hear him. Where was
Jeremiah and Ty Dolla
They did background vocals pretty much.
Well, the Jeremiah and Ty Dolla were mainly the backgrounds, but Party Next Door was that lead vocalist.
But that was the one song that Kanye admitted that after the TMZ interview, him and Kim had a big ass argument, and she pretty much said that you were gonna threaten to leave, and he told you can leave if you want, and she didn't leave. So I guess that's when he got his nigga wake up call, flew back to Wyoming, scrapped the MAGA raps, and gave us this.
Wake up.
Wake up. So
wake up, Mr. West.
And he was quiet on social media. So then he got No Mistakes. Make no. That's Soulful.
Love that song.
Yeah, with Charlie. And that was only 1 minute long. It was like a minute and 35 seconds.
Like, yeah, it was like 2:03.
Yeah.
He likes sampling Hey Young World by Slick Rick. And he's very good
Believe it
at,
or not.
Yeah, he's very good at sampling that record, because for people who didn't
How many times has he sampled it?
Well, he sampled it on Party for Beyonce. And if I'm not mistaken, there was one more track that he had. It was an album filler from way back when.
He even said it on fucking that song with Carrie Hilson. Hey, Young World. Yeah. Yeah.
He likes sampling that record, and it suits him.
Yeah, there's only one verse too. I could tell he rushed that.
Yeah.
Then Ghost Town with Kid Cudi and hella other people on there, and this other chick to sing.
John Legend and 070 Shake, who I guess
070. Yeah, he found her on SoundCloud.
Who's what's that chick's name? Jewels.
Yes, Jules.
Yes, Jules. Yeah, I guess just Yes, Jules manages her or something like that. Yeah, no.
Well,
yeah,
the song's cool.
Song's cool until I really start listening to the hook. She has a beautiful and great voice. So I actually started listening to the lyrics, and I was like, huh? Why did you change around the lyrics? Who the fuck puts their hand on the stove and see if they bleed?
Crazy people.
Wouldn't you just put your hand there to see if it burns?
Then it's gonna bleed after.
And see if you feel?
Then it's gonna bleed after. Why don't you just do it and find out? Let me know.
I've done it before.
Well?
And it wasn't on purpose.
Well, you gotta leave it on there and see how long you can,
Like, I went up to go reach for the microwave, not knowing that not knowing. Nobody told me they just got done cooking.
Well.
Yep. Yeah, I've done it before. I didn't bleed.
Turned blacker.
I definitely felt it.
Yeah, I bet. Anyway, then after that was Violent Crimes, where he's talking about his daughter, I guess.
It was a good concept. It was just too much for me.
He got too descriptive.
Yeah.
Someone just said it's kind of crazy now that Kanye West kind of metamorphosized into Eminem. He's talking about pill popping, visualizing killing people, and his wife is Kim.
Yep. Welcome to 2018.
All right. So my thoughts on the album, it's not as crazy as Daytona, I can tell you that. It's a Kanye West album, and usually I used to be all excited for it. First listen, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Because maybe I was listening to it on the... when it leaked and shit. Not leaked, but when he dropped it to stream.
Right.
And he didn't drop it after. So I was like, whatever.
We couldn't hear it.
So I was like, whatever. Then the next morning he dropped it on, it was all over Apple Music on Tidal and shit. So I was like, all right, so let me really listen to it.
Excuse me.
I really listened to it with my Dre beats, and I'm like, okay, this sounds really good. Okay, this is pretty good. Fuck you, Kanye.
That's exactly what I texted you. I was like, man, fuck this nigga, man.
Fuck you, Kanye. And is it better than Daytona? Hell no.
Nah.
But I think for the first time ever, he's not going to have Album of the Year. But then again, I'm saying that now because we are a few days away from him dropping the album with Kid Cudi.
After, and I listened to this all weekend along, which we'll get into Black Thought and Ninth Wonder later, or in a minute. But I listened to this all weekend, and again, it's good, but as now, it's in my 20s. I don't have anything higher than the 20s.
But yeah, because then after that is because this week is going to be Kanye and Cudi with Can't See Ghosts.
No, you're absolutely right. We'll see how that goes.
Because Kim, I remember Kim. I know I hate saying this, but Kim said she loved this album a lot more. I think even other people were saying that this album might be that the Kids See Ghosts might be a lot better.
Yeah, well,
because I remember when he posted the track list, he already had. All the times he posted the track list for all the albums, that album was done.
Right.
Kids See Ghosts was done first.
Right.
So we're going to see next Friday. We're going to see this Friday. Shit, this Friday. And I can't believe we're really saying that. He really told the truth.
He's really coming through with all this.
Like, you motherfucker.
Like everybody, of course, was skeptical as hell with Push. And then it came out, we're like, oh.
More ways than one. Killed a career.
Right. We're like, oh, okay, cool. And then everybody's like, nah, I still don't know about that Kanye. And then everybody ends up in Wyoming. And then as soon as that ends, it's like, give us Cudi! Give us Cudi!
And then we got
And then next week it's like, yo, Esco on his way.
Oh my God!
Esco Bar,
it's happening! Oh my God, it's happening! It's happening! Like The Office, it's happening! Oh my God, it's happening! And then it's Tiana Taylor.
Something for the ladies. Something for the ladies.
But that would be our good June. Good June. Good music dropped on June.
Good summer.
Good cruel summer for Drake, but it's a good summer for good music. And like, yeah, so after that it's gonna be now I'm more excited for the Nas one. It's gonna be a Kanye. Kanye West produced Nas album, and he could do 7 tracks. Oh,
I've been talking all my shit about Nas because I predicted he would have one of the best albums of 2016 and get shit from him, and then he gonna say my album done, still ain't heard shit from him, and then he went and dated Nicki, so he wasted time, wasn't even in the studio.
Oh yeah, Nicki was on the fucking album too. That's another reason why you put it in your 20s.
Yeah, most likely. And then she went on Twitter doing some more struggle bars, and I'm just like, you just don't get it, do you? Like you. There's a reason why you are not the same and why they won't push your record out.
Changed her.
But anyways. Just all that. But again, now that I've seen that these rollouts are for real, it's like you said, we've heard Nas on a track where it was an intro and 9 songs. Or an album, I should say.
Album with 10 songs.
An intro and 9 songs. Yeah. So we know damn good well he could get 7.
He can get 7 off. I mean, listen to Life is Good. The first 7 songs are strong as fuck. Oh my God. And it was all produced by No ID and shit like that. Now you talk about a whole... And
it's going to be the first project since Illmatic, that time frame where he's got the right producers. Because it's he's going to have the co-producers and all that. It's spearheaded by Kanye.
Kanye has been single-handedly producing these records. If you know, if you look on the notes,
on the credits they're co-produced.
It's co-produced. There's some co-producers, but mainly it's just Kanye.
No, he's spearheading everything. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, now you're in a situation where Nas, who's highly regarded within our culture, you put him with Kanye. Who's spearheading this project now?
Oh my God, dude. And,
what are we talking about?
And Pusha said he wanted to take elements from all of his albums and put it into one. And Kanye is capable of doing it. You saw what he did for Pusha. Imagine what he would do for Nas. But first,
to go on, Push. This is more about Daytona. Did you see he's doing the special edition purple tapes?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I need to cop one of those.
I don't got tapes. I don't got tape recorders.
I was telling Larissa. I think I want to get into, in addition to starting to collect vinyl, I think I want to start going back and start collecting tapes.
Yeah, they've been doing that. Artists been dropping those lately. I think Eminem dropped the tapes for the Slim Shady LP and Marshall Mathers LP on the anniversary, and the Eminem show.
Speaking of Larissa, and shout out to my girl, and then the response was so good from her appearance on the show last week that we ain't got no choice but to start bringing her back every blue moon.
Yeah, so, every blue moon she got time, she'll show up.
Yeah, for the ladies, it seems like you have a
presence again,
womanly presence back on the show.
Yeah. So cooking, So Kanye dropped, and then not only Kanye was the only person who had balls to drop, Black Thought dropped.
Before that,
what?
Kim took a trip to the White House.
Naive ass Kim, man.
That big old ass to the White House.
See, apparently, Mrs. Kardashian West went to go visit the whole ass nigga in office because she wanted to talk about prison reform, and that's just crazy to talk about. Because there's this lady, what's her name? What?
I'm just laughing because somebody asked, they're like, this is the best we got to go send to prison reform, and someone was like, hey, get off her back. Remember, her dad got OJ off.
Yeah. It's one of those times. I can't believe sometimes I'm actually defending Kim Kardashian of all people sometimes. Because I don't know why. Because I feel the reason why she went out there was to try to get this 65-year-old lady out of jail because she went to jail for some petty ass drug crime.
Keep talking, I'll look it up.
She put her on for some petty drug crime. So she went out there to try to talk to hoe ass nigga of partying her and try to loosen up the sentence for these type of crimes and shit like that. So she went out there to go talk to him. So she was naive as fuck because this nigga is not going to do none of that shit, but her heart was in the right place, in my opinion. And then, of course, Mr. Hoe-ass nigga had to fucking get a photo op, and him and Kim took a picture, a very creepy-ass picture. He was hella smiling, and you looked at Kim, and she had this really just like, fuck, why did I do this? And she didn't even post it on her Instagram or her Twitter either, so... Yeah, man, I just say to that she was really fucking naive. Her heart was in the right place. She was just really fucking naive.
Miss Alice Marie Johnson.
Yeah, Alice Johnson.
Who was serving a life sentence for a first-time non-violent drug offense. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, see? And then she's trying to get her out of jail. She's even trying to get to Cynthia Brown. Remember Cynthia Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to work on her shit too. So
now, on one aspect, this definitely deserves some praise. She's obviously there for a purpose, quality purpose. So I'll give her that.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I can't do much more than that because, again, when I go back and hear Kanye say, "Yeah, when your wife's telling you, hey, don't fuck up the money," that means she wasn't giving a fuck about what was right or wrong. She was just concerned about what their dollar signs were going to look, and he was going to fuck everything up. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like I give credit where credit's due, but it's like I'm not going to go
all out. Other parts of it was saying you're going to ruin everything that we built. And when there's money and everything with this stupid shit you said, I'm trying to get these people out of jail and you're coming around fucking up my shit. So at the same time, I know where you're coming from. I don't know why I got a soft spot for this girl, but fuck, I don't know. It's just some days...
She dragged Taylor Swift, and ever since then, you ain't seen her do any wrong.
I don't know. It was just loyalty. I think I have a big thing on loyalty. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And she did some loyal shit. So I don't know until I catch her saying these niggers ain't shit and why these niggers like me.
You put that in the universe. You know.
I know it's hey man. Then I'll be like, hey, well, shit. Till then, hey man.
Good job, Busby. Episode 93.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God, it's happening! Oh, it's happening!
Yeah. Until then, man. What other shit happened? Other albums. Black Thought.
Black Thought. Shouts out to Black Thought. Mm-hmm. We brought this
and
up.
Ninth Wonder.
Was on production. And shout out to Crisis who did the final joint. Thank you. Streams of Thought, Volume 1, the EP.
Nothing but bars.
This is a bar exam.
There was no hooks, no nothing, just
This
bars.
is a bar exam.
If you were to try to listen to a Kanye West album for rapping, you out your black ass mind.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Ye was the...
You want to get the vibe.
Yeah, Ye was the vibe, was obviously going to be the most hyped of the week. This one was definitely this was the meat and potatoes of the week. Mm-hmm. Or the weekend, I should say. Again, 5 tracks. There's 3 features, 2 rap features. Rhapsody and Styles P. For the longest time, I don't see Rhapsody as a FMC.
Nope.
She's an MC. And the only reason why we put her in that category for the Illies was because we knew she was going to have a hell of a time going up with Kendrick and Jay-Z. We were like, it's too much. We got to give her something.
Yeah.
And Nicki ain't give us shit. So
shit, Cardi gave us more shit.
Yeah. But Rhapsody, man, just can't say enough about the skill set, the bars.
Oh, Black Thought he just went off on this shit. It's nothing but pure hip hop. That's all it really was. Nothing but hip hop. You want a hip hop project, 5 songs straight, nothing but bars for how many minutes?
17
minutes. Go listen to that.
This is your joint. This is definitely your joint. Though obviously the one with Styles P was the one that Making a Murderer.
Mm-hmm. He ripped it.
When Black Thought said, how disgusting is it when the murderer actually enjoys homicide? Like, bro, end this. I don't want to listen to this shit no more. Turn this shit off. I'm done.
See,
put this nigga on the list, man.
The thing is, Kanye could rap like that if he wants to. If he wants to turn it on. I mean, okay, how about No More Parties in L.A.? That verse on that.
Oh, who wrote it?
Oh, he probably wrote it. The way he was rapping,
the
way he was rapping on that shit.
See, I want to
shut up, Martin.
I want to let people know that's not a shot at Kanye. There's a difference between Kanye having writers. There's a difference between Drake having writers. We ain't gonna go over that because y'all should know that shit by now. But that's not a shot at him. I was just asking to clarify who was a part of the
around that time period. Honestly, who fucking knows?
Well, I know Sahai was there.
Sahai's always there. And Kanye always doesn't even recognize him. Especially when you saw he posted that link. He posted the list of everyone at the listening party, and then at the good music shit, and at the bottom it said, "Yeah, so and so, Nas, this, that," and at the bottom in the comment section it put "and Sahai."
Oh, shout out to Chris Rock for posting that thing.
Man, he just opened it. That was it.
Yo, he made them white folks feel so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, you saw how much he could get away with being free. Yeah.
Chris Rock was like, "Nigga, I'm on Netflix. I do what the fuck I want."
Is anything else happening? Oh, we gotta talk about the playoffs. Not the playoffs, the finals.
The finals, geez.
If you want to call it that.
If Aubrey was calling what he was going through a circus.
Game 1, the last...
This shit was perfecto on Ringling Brothers.
Well, just the last fucking, 10 seconds.
I feel bad for LeBron, dog.
Yeah, now I know what y'all meant. I know what you meant.
Now you understand what I've been talking about this whole time.
Yeah, man. I'm not putting this against them. This is the JV squad, dog.
My man not only put up an efficient 51,
a triple double,
damn near triple double with 8 rebounds, 8 assists,
and 51 points.
He looked like he was doing it effortlessly as well. Like he actually had some time to take a few quick 2-minute breaks.
He single-handedly kept the team there.
They attempted to go on. Warriors attempted to go on their third quarter run. Didn't happen.
And they kind of did.
KD was 9-game-1. That game was close all the way throughout. On that quarter, they did not get off. KD struggled all throughout.
He did.
So you're thinking, okay, refs made some
hella questionable calls,
very questionable calls, but they still had an opportunity to win. George Hill goes to the free throw line. Makes the first
I don't know
one.
why. I don't know why he missed it. He purposely did that shit.
Nah, he didn't purposely miss it.
That was really.
81% free throw shooter. He didn't miss that on purpose.
That looked like he purposely did that shit.
Nah.
Okay, well,
JR went and grabbed the ball, and I'm thinking, go up, foul. That's
now
easy
at
for you.
first I thought they were up. I personally thought they were up. 'Cause I was like, oh shit, they stole it. And then I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck you doing, bruh?
Yeah, he grabs the ball. KD's out of position. Well, first, like 2 or 3 Warriors end up fouling, I think, Tristan away from the ball. So KD's out of position, which means JR could have done whatever. And JR has been on record
LeBron
saying,
was hella open.
well, JR's been on record saying, what's fun taking an open shot? I like taking the contested shots. That was a clear contested shot he could have took, and it probably would have been very good for him because it probably would have led to a KD foul. But instead, he runs out. LeBron is right there.
Open.
Even if you think you're up by a point, throw the ball to LeBron. When all else fails, just throw the ball to LeBron. But the nigga hooks
Literally.
like one of those merging rights that you hit when you get off the freeway.
And LeBron's like,
onto the off ramp.
and then 3, 2, 1, 0, and then LeBron has like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Arms are out like the universal
nigga.
Yeah, the universal for black people it's nigga. For my Latino and Mexicans it's porque.
Yeah,
You know, like just like
that
what are
picture,
you doing?
That picture of him just looking at JR like, what are you doing? And then it's in slow motion. JR's like, I thought we were ahead. And then LeBron's look went from
He just
anger to like the disbelief. Then he was in denial, like, what the? And then he had that look like, nigga, and then walked away hella quick. He just turned away like, nigga, can't believe this bitch ass nigga, and sits down.
and then what we ended up finding out later yesterday was the actual clip,
The full unedited clip from the timeout.
during the end of regulation while they're waiting to start overtime, and LeBron's just sitting there like, and then Lou comes in and
And he looks up, do we have any timeouts or some shit like that?
we had a fucking timeout, and he just, when he goes back and he puts his hand up and he puts the towel over his face or wipes his face off, I was like, they're done. They're done. This man gave it all
He was
and still lost. You put up 51 points in an efficient manner and you lose. Mm-hmm. So then we go on to game 2.
No. And then overtime, he just checked out. I'm just saying, he checked
no need to
out.
even talk about overtime.
He just checked out. That's what I'm going to say.
That's what I'm saying. He wiped the towel off his face and it was over.
He checked out. He mentally checked out. He didn't care no more.
So then we get to game 2. It was at least decent throughout. But Steph Curry wants a finals MVP.
Steph Curry just turned into Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Someone pissed him off.
For those who forgot, I always say, when he gets in his groove in his third quarter, that's God's my player.
They were up by 10 throughout the whole fucking game. As soon as they got on that run, it was a wrap from there.
When he threw that bullshit up over Kevin Love that had no business going in.
That rainbow, he just threw it up, and then it just went in. And I turned it off at that point. I went to the movies.
Yeah, Larissa was asleep, and then I walked out, and I was like, you ready to go in and out? Let's go.
It was over at that point. It was over.
I got no time. Like, I'm not watching this anymore. Like, it's so sickening, but at the same time, I'm glad.
Because you saw LeBron ran out of gas. LeBron legit ran out of gas, and it was just like, he didn't care. Kevin Love was trying to ball his ass off. They all ended with a double-double. And then the whole fucking everything they were just putting up. It's getting to the point now when the Warriors put up a 3 and it goes in, it hurts my heart. It's like a dagger when it goes in. It's like swish. Like, fuck. Damn.
Yeah, the swish is equivalent to fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. It goes up, fuck you. Or when you dunks, fuck you.
And then when it's one of those ones where it bounces on all the cylinders of the rim and it goes in,
Fuck you. Fuck. No, when it bounce, fuck you. Oh, shit. So, yeah.
And then when you're Iguodala, when you try dunking and it goes in the air and it goes, miss, psych, fuck you. Speaking of Iguodala, he misses all this time. They had one opportunity to at least steal one game, didn't get it, and guess who comes back for game 3? Andre Iguodala.
Yep, in Cleveland.
Say goodbye, Cleveland.
I'm not gonna write
Appreciate
them
him.
off.
No, not them.
Oh.
I'm saying LeBron's final days. Appreciate him while he's there.
I'm gonna say this right now. If they somehow find a way to get back in this shit. Now I'm talking not if LeBron finds a way, because this ain't a team effort. This is just LeBron and them versus the Monstars.
If LeBron reigns supreme,
if it's gonna the final record, because he's leaving after this shit. The final record with the Warriors and Cavs / LeBron is gonna be Warriors with 2 rings, the Cavs with 1 ring, and LeBron with everything else. Or LeBron with 1.
yeah.
If he wins, he should just take the trophy, take the MVP trophy, take off that jersey, and just leave the floor.
Yeah.
Fuck these niggas. They don't deserve this nigga. They don't appreciate this nigga.
I mean, on one hand, I feel bad about the situation. On the other hand, I'm looking at Jordan Clarkson. I'm looking at Larry Nance. And I'm like, we actually got a first-round pick for those 2. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Them niggas look scared every time they go up against these. Every time they get on the court, it's like
somehow, some way, we were able to finesse that organization to take those 2 contracts.
It's getting to the point. Every time I see someone with that damn ball, it's not LeBron. I see them put it up. I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
brick, nope,
Yeah.
nope. I see the Warriors. Fuck you. What else?
It's bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. They might get 1 win, but if they lose in Cleveland in a bad way, when's Game 4?
Game 3 is on Wednesday, and Game 4 is on Friday.
Well, someone's gonna be seeing a ghost. Maybe Drake might come out. Maybe Drake might drop his response. No.
Yeah, they're gonna be seeing a ghost either way, because Kanye and Kid Cudi's dropping anyways. Yeah,
Kids see ghosts. Well, they drop on Thursday.
Yeah, so they're gonna see a ghost on Friday either way.
No, 2 hours. Okay. So anyway, what else?
So one of the destinations where they think LeBron's gonna go, Philadelphia.
Nope.
Well, it's still on the table, but
Nope.
they went through an interesting week, considering that 76ers former president Brian Colangelo, they found out this motherfucker had 5 burner accounts on Twitter, and he was using them shits to badmouth the players in the organization.
So they gave him a choice. They said either you quit or you resign with some dignity.
No, either we fire your ass or you resign with some dignity.
Pretty much. And he took the latter.
Yeah. Not only was he badmouthing these guys, he was also leaking intel information.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
I don't.
Someone must have pissed him off from the higher office or something.
But the reason why, so of course I'm saying that, and you're like, well, why the fuck would LeBron still even think about that? Well, they get rid of him. The leading candidate to take over is none other than former Cleveland Cavaliers general manager David Griffin. David Griffin's the one that put that team together all throughout when LeBron first came back. At the time, it looked like a good job to bring J.R. Smith in. Got him on Shumpert. Gave, Kyrie some help in the backcourt and all that. So
we'll see. I still feel he's going to Houston.
Like I said, Houston would be, fit-wise, Houston would be his best bet. But remember, you go to the West, you're playing these teams at least 3 times a year. It's different from being in the East, and you're only playing those West teams twice a year.
We'll see.
So
we'll see.
So I'm going to say, it's not off the books just yet. But speaking of books, Black Mamba. Kobe Bryant. October 23rd. The Mamba mentality.
This should all be
how I play.
It's going to be 81 pages of Jalen Rose. Yep.
But yeah, Kobe's getting ready to drop his book. He says, quote, learn how I approach the process and the craft, accompanied by 20 years worth of photos from the incomparable ADB
you wrote
photo
the whole shit.
Well, that was a quotation from him. He wrote that on his Twitter. And he's also going to have some intros. His intro is actually going to be done by Phil Jackson and Pau Gasol.
Should have been an intro from Michael Jordan saying he's better.
Nah, Jordan was gambling in Atlantic City. He couldn't be found.
Yeah, true. Well, other shit.
Roseanne.
Well, let's talk about that shit for a quick second.
Oh, Roseanne.
So Roseanne on Tuesday,
you racist bitch.
The same day that fucking Pusha dropped his diss track, she decides to go on a whole racial tirade and call one of Obama's old advisors an ape. That's pretty much what she said.
Quote, so Jarrett helped hide a lot. She gonna answer back to somebody. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ.
So everyone got a hold of that. She deleted it, of course, and she apologized. She said she's going to get rid of her Twitter. So then ABC got that shit. And mind you, Roseanne, the reboot of Roseanne, is one of the highest rating shows in ABC. So they saw that shit and said, you know what? Yeah, your show's canceled effective immediately. Rhonda Sykes walked out, which I did not know she wrote on the show.
I didn't know she was right on that either.
But yeah, she walked out on the show and a few other people walked out. After that, they pulled the fucking plug and the show is canceled as of now. They say they might bring it back and focus on her daughter and make it a spinoff show.
Right.
Because they need to get people money. But Roseanne's gone and that's what ABC fucking gets. Because they knew that bitch was fucking racist and they still tried to market off of it. And yet you didn't want to air that episode of Blackish when when they want to talk about why the players take a knee and shit like that. But you're gonna air a fucking racist ass bitch talking about Muslims and black folks and shit. You knew what the fuck you were doing. ABC, you played yourself.
The problem wasn't that she was racist. The problem was that she was overtly
open about it.
Like ABC don't give a fuck if you're racist or not. They still gonna get their coin. It's how you portray your racism.
And is
it blatant or is it kind of one of those things where you have to speculate? Because, networks they'll give you some leeway. You know what I'm saying? If it's one of the things you speculate, they'll be like, freedom of speech.
Nah, she was
lost
open.
Translation.
She was open about it.
But she called this woman an ape.
Flat out. She said worse shit, man. She was dressed up as Nazis and shit like that, man.
Baking, quote unquote, Jew cookies.
Like, dude. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how, she just got this racist, but she's probably always been this way. Right. So,
I don't
trailer trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, good the fuck written. He even tried to beg ABC not to cancel the show, and
and then of course, supreme alternate right wingers, they were coming out, oh, you're imposing on her freedom of speech, and I'm like, where the fuck was this energy when Kaepernick was kneeing, and y'all wanted him to shut the fuck up?
Why do you always try to ask those questions? You know the answer.
I know the answer. I just like bringing it up because it's like ha,
the Major Payne laugh.
Yep.
Yeah, what else?
Believe it or not, Pusha T and Drake weren't the only ones that caught smoke.
There was two other beefs going on. First with Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, so if that was the heavyweight, this is the middleweight bout.
Yeah, this was the open. This was the what's it called? The open
this
card.
Is the main undercard.
Undercards, yeah, the undercards.
the middleweight bout.
Yeah, it's like undercards. Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine wanted smoke with Chief Keef
for whatever reason,
and Lil Uzi in them.
I don't know what the whole thing was, but I look on there and a video got posted and he was saying, I don't want to remember his voice because fuck him. He pretty much says fuck Lil Uzi and fuck 6ix9ine and
Chief Keef.
Fuck Chief Keef and fuck Lil Reese. And he was talking all that shit, and the old girl in there picked up her dog and just walked away. Like, Cabanadol, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I ain't dealing with this. So then after that, Chief Keef was like, okay. And I don't like his music because I still feel it's trash, but he's about that smoke. So Chief Keef got on a flight and flew his ass to New York and posted it that he's in New York. Pretty much we all knew he was looking for his ass. Like, oh, you want to do that? And he was in his hotel. And all of a sudden, motherfuckers went up to his hotel and shot up his hotel. I was like, oh, okay. And then come to find out, Chief Keef flew over to L.A. Mm-hmm. So what did not Chief Keef, 6ix9ine flew over to L.A. Still talking shit. And then what happened? Chief Keef got a flight and flew his ass to fucking L.A.
Yeah, Chief Keef been telling us and showing us that he's more Liam Neeson than he is Sosa. Yeah, I applaud that.
Pretty much saying, I will find you.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
I just imagine Chief Keef because you know how he always quiet, always mumbles to himself. Now he just has a voice of Liam Neeson with dreads over his face.
Yeah,
say I will find you. I will find you, and I will kill you. So yeah, after that, just recently, I guess 6ix9ine went back to L.A. while Chief Keef he went back to New York while Chief Keef is still in L.A. So they're playing tag with each other now. Supposedly he wants peace.
Yeah, and Cheeky is over here saying, no.
No. I really sounded like him too. That kind of scared me. No.
Yeah, so that was going on, and then in the featherweight,
yeah, Rich the Kid and
Lil Uzi Vert,
because Rich the Kid dropped a diss track to Lil Uzi for whatever reason, and I guess
Lil Uzi showed up on the curb,
wanted
smoke looking like a bad bitch, and it made me really question. Who's the G in this situation? Rich the Kid hid behind his niggas, and they even got to a coffee shop at Starbucks, I think.
Yeah. This is why these white folks don't like us at Starbucks, because we always bring that shit.
Speaking of Starbucks, did you hear what went down at the training?
What happened?
We do not want you guys to be colorblind. We want you to be color brave.
At least they're trying.
What the fuck is color brave?
Nigga, I don't know. At least they're trying.
So now it's brave to treat me like a human being because of my color? Fuck out of here.
At least they're trying.
Man, just when I thought I was ready
At
to go,
least they're trying. So that's all I can say.
I done spent about $20 after I was sick on some very fine high dyed what is it, the hot chai teas with white mocha. It's awesome.
I guess.
But after hearing that shit, I'm like, damn, man. I have to go on another hiatus again? Buy them generic ass chai teas from Safeway? Shit. Oh well.
So, anything else? That's it.
Well, that was it for Smoke. Jamie Foxx is going to be in Spawn.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Michael J. White needs to be in that. He needs to be in the original one.
Oh, yeah.
He was the original Spawn, and he still low-key looks young.
That's true.
But Jamie Foxx will be a good one. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, The Departed's on Netflix. I know, I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, it is.
Classic movie. Hated when Leo got shot.
Power Rangers is on Netflix now.
Which one? I know. I'm on Power, like the movie or the actual, like the TV.
The actual TV
I know
show.
the TV show's been on there. All of them. Yes, all of them have been on Netflix.
Watching them shits on Cody. I didn't know they was on there.
All of them are on there. Yeah.
Well, damn.
Well, nigga, damn.
About to watch that trash ass show when I get back.
What watch the Green Ranger saga, man.
Green Ranger.
That 5-episode arc where Green Ranger was giving him that work. That's how you knew that Tommy was that nigga, man.
He jumped up in that damn
and punched Trini in the face.
Yeah.
That was the first one he hit. He hit the Asian girl in the face, and then kicked them niggas off their Zords.
This isn't for using your blinker. Like, damn, what did she do to you?
This is not. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. This is not for losing your bam. Going to hell. You gotta join Pusha T with that.
It'll be worth it.
So on that note, we Drake.
Meanwhile, in TDE.
Oh yeah, meanwhile, while Drake is sweating bullets.
Meanwhile,
we got the 2 hours and all this, and Drake is sweating bullets. Kendrick Lamar got his Pulitzer Prize for Damn.
Yeah, I was at a banquet. Everybody wanted to greet the man of the hour.
First rapper to ever get this, man. That's crazy.
Out there chilling with braids hanging down his head.
Did Aubrey respond? Nope.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were kind of on standby just now. I was like, no. Sorry, listeners. Unfortunately, we are not the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, right.
This is another reason why we're not them.
And also, J-Rock dropped his Win album, the video.
Shouts to Dave Myers and Dave Free and the rest of the little homies.
That was pretty good. That was a good way to sum up the album.
Video was dope.
J-Rock is dropping what, next week?
Next Friday.
Shit.
Next Friday with Nas.
Damn, CTE.
When Nicki was supposed to drop.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then we send prayers up to SZA.
Yeah.
It's actually been revealed that she may have a real intriguingly serious vocal cord injury after they pulled her off the tour. So we want to say prayers up to her. Rest that voice. That
get that surgery to get help.
Right, for sure.
And after that, we all say this. I say all this shit happened to Drake. I say that to say one thing: Kendrick was better. He will never be Kendrick. Kendrick has 3 classics. Drake doesn't. You bitch ass niggas.
Cole has 2. 1 album, 1 mixtape.
Well, Drake has a classic too. So Far Gone, and that's exactly where his career is gone. So Far Gone.
Can you call it a classic though?
Huh?
Maybe I have to go back and listen to that again and see.
Well, that was before he got tough.
I don't know.
That was back when he was tough.
I don't know. He had some tough beats on there where he's kind of talking a little extra bravado.
Yeah. He said, "Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it."
You know what I'm saying? Nigga had a little bass in his voice on that
Diss me, you never hear a reply for it. Yeah, he doesn't even do that no more. Nah. Yeah, after every pause, raps. Yeah. Yeah,
because every now and then, after every pause, that's Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world.
Mom, what you want to do? I'm in front of you. And then I think I want to have fun with you.
That's one of the most disrespectful ad-libs ever. Yo, can we talk this real quick? Top 5 niggas who have the best ad-libs.
Yeah.
Push, Jim Jones, Jeezy.
What's Jim Jones's ad lib?
Whatever the fuck he says.
Oh, ballin'.
No, you ain't
Twinkle,
never, yeah. He never says the same thing more than twice. His ad libs are literally run on sentences. They're incredible. He's one of the greats at that. You got Jeezy, Max B.
Yeah.
Max B, a cold ass one with the ad libs.
E40.
Uncle 40. 2 Chainz got some mean ad libs.
True.
Who else got this? I think there's one more I'm missing. By the way, just Push can hit you lyrical, and then he got ad libs.
This was a really historical week in hip hop. That's what y'all need to understand. We're listening to hip hop people or hip hop fans that witnessed a historical moment that has happened.
You can't say we ain't biased because we celebrated Drake last week.
We sure did. But I also warned you that something was coming.
Right.
I didn't think it was going to come the next day, literally.
Yeah. We told him. Told him Push had it in his arsenal. We just didn't know it was
We didn't know it was going to be like...
I thought he at least had the death blow till Drake went on tour.
Shit.
I thought he could at least weigh it out until he was going on tour.
I thought he would milk it that way.
Right.
But I didn't expect...
Because at least then he could be like, well, he's going on tour. He's been like, at least he could fall back on that.
But no, he just... I didn't expect this to happen this way.
Now I'm looking at it like, is that your tour or the Migos tour?
It's the Migos tour now. He might just drop. I still feel he might just cancel it and push back the album. He got how many weeks? He got 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks to fucking drop this shit. TikTok. Tick, tick, tick. And fuck Jed York.